won by a couple of scores.
Yeah, 23 points there. South Summit taking on North Summit. North Summit did beat South Summit 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that's a much improved North Summit team. I was talking to their coach at a meeting on Monday, and he's feeling really good about them. But South Summit's a good 3A team if they played up a division, and I just don't see anybody in 2A taking them this season.
Yeah, South Summit's a 22-point favorite. Beaver taking on North Sevier.
Beaver big.
Beaver's a 58-point favorite according to the computer in that one. Diamond Ranch and Kanab. Now that's in Kanab. That's a big game. That's not till Friday.
That's one of the games of the week, in the state, because that's two teams that are right there, front runners to contend for the 1A title, and I'm going to take Kanab at home.
And actually, Diamond Ranch is a 4.5-point favorite in that one. Grand going to South Sevier. South Sevier wins that game. They get home field advantage first round of the playoffs.
I'm going to go with Grand in that game.
Grand is a 13.5-point favorite. That game is tomorrow night on Thursday night, as is North Sevier's game on Thursday night. And then the final one we have two, Monticello, Milford.
Milford.
And Monticello's actually a 3-point favorite in that. I favor Milford like you do. Parowan and Layton Christian.
Well, two teams are both struggling. We complimented the Parowan quarterback. Maybe one of the best arms you're going to see at any level. Just unfortunately has about 5'6" receivers to throw to. But I'm gonna actually pick Parowan.
Parowan's a 3.5-point favorite in that one. And as you said, I think that Parowan quarterback's the best quarterback I've seen at any level this year. Great arm. He could throw it 50 yards just on a dime almost. Really good. Yeah. Well, we're going to take another break. We'll come back and talk about these respective teams, the Carbon Dinos and the Richfield Wildcats, and hear what Rich has got worked up for us. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with more Snow College pregame show.
You know that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with high-quality care through advanced technology with a hometown touch. What you may not know about are the wide variety of services that we provide, allowing you to stay close to home. Our on-site specialty services include orthopedics, ENT, general surgery, podiatry, and internal medicine, all available full-time, allowing you to utilize them when it's convenient for you, not just a few days each month. That's Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
Is there anything more beautiful than DQ Soft Serve? Smooth and creamy, the best kind of chili. Whether alone in a cone or making the sweet foundation for our famous blizzard treats, the DQ Soft Serve is made to make your taste buds go, whoa, that's good. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper. Take the I-70 exit and bam, you're there. DQ, this is fan food, not fast food. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper.
In times like these, a small business has to work smart to make it. CentraCom can help. We've got the business class services you need for less. With the fastest small business internet speeds available today, the reliability of 24-hour network monitoring and superior tech support, and our commitment to grow when you do with scalability that's both fast and flexible on our own fiber optic network. Make the smart choice. Call or visit CentraCom.com today.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Riverstone Contractors is your plumbing source for Sevier County. Riverstone can fix leaking pipes, replace water heaters, fix and replace faucets, disposals, water softeners, and toilets, along with tubs, showers, and grab bars for your bathroom. Riverstone does plumbing for new construction and remodels. They also take care of your heating and air conditioning needs with central air, swamp coolers, gas furnaces, and sheet metal ducts. For the best plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service, call Riverstone Contractors at 435-896-6264. That's 896-6264.
Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for satisfying lots of different appetites. Appetites for hardware, plumbing and building materials, paint, tools, electrical, housewares and small appliances, sporting goods including ammo, lawn and garden, toys and seasonal items, and Well, hey, just stop by the store and check it out for yourself. Oh yeah, while you're in the store, satisfy the biggest hunger of all, the grumbling in your tummy at Munchies. Check it out at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield.
All right, welcome back here to Carbon High School. The Richfield Wildcats have just come back onto the field. We're about 7 minutes away from kickoff here in Price. And Rich, you got some information for us.
Yeah, you know, thanks to our friend George Felt. The all-time series between these two schools, Carbon leads the series, 9 wins, 7 losses, 1 tie. However, Richfield has won the last 4 in a row, 2009, 2010, 2013, and 14. 2013 game saw the Wildcats post their biggest win in the series, 63-0. Last year, Richfield won 41-13. However, Carbon claims the biggest win in the series. I saw that game here in 2000, where they won 72-7. And just some interesting facts. The series began in an interesting way. The two teams met in November 1923 for a state quarterfinal game at Richfield. The contest ended in a 0-0 tie. So Carbon found lodging, stayed overnight, and then they played again the next day. Richfield, maybe because of being able to sleep in their own beds, won 10-6.
You're going way back to get that history there, Rich.
Well, the first 6 games were played in the 20s and 30s. Then they didn't meet from 1936 until 1993. Played 6 more times between 93 and 2000, and then the series took a hiatus until 2009.
And honestly, you got to thank George Felt. I know you do, Rich, with all the stats and information George is able to pick up. Way fascinating.
Yeah, you know, quite a football historian that's published a few volumes of related to Utah high school football.
Just a reminder, tonight's pregame show being brought to you by Snow College. Get a quality education that's affordable and fun at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. And Rich, if you're Richfield, what does Richfield need to do to win this game?
You know, they need to get on track early. If they can get a little bit of confidence and momentum early, you know, I think they're going to be in the game to the end. And this is a Carbon team that throughout this season has played pretty good football for a first half, and then their lack of depth, they've struggled in the second half of games. And I really have a feel that the team that gets started early is going to be the team that's victorious at the end.
And they had a very popular coach in Jan Jorgensen. And Jan, I thought, really did marvelous things with this team a year ago. And then Jan decided this wasn't where he was going to be. Because he's originally from here. He moved back to Utah County.
And Jan's a single guy that
he was single. He's not
came
single
here
anymore.
And he helped increase the numbers, which they're benefiting from this year. But if you watch BYU football, as I do, Jan Jorgensen is right in the middle of things as a graduate assistant coach with a lot of responsibilities with the defensive line and the linebackers.
I think he did a great job here. And, of course, Coach Thorson, who I think's Richfield's fortunate to have, I really like what he's doing with this Richfield program, even though they've struggled this year.
A great mind, you know, of high integrity, high character. I have no doubt Coach Thorson is going to be a successful football coach. One thing, I'll give him a lot of credit, and also give a lot of credit to Coach Josh Huntsman of Carbon, is they're relatively new at their schools, but both are making a big impact at the younger levels with increased participation and implementing their system at lower levels, and it's going to pay off for both programs.
Well, special Wednesday night football. If you're traveling or you're just in the Sevier Valley, stay tuned. You can listen to it, or if you want to watch it live on CentraCom Channel 10, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with a kickoff of tonight's game between Carbon and Richfield. We'll be back.
Have Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center in Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place, 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features a beautiful showroom with brands you know and trust, like Moen, Delta, American Standard, Toto, Aquatic, LK, Growy, and more. They've also got what every farmer needs as a Valley distributor for all your agricultural supplies, from pivots and sprinklers to wheel lines and water troughs. Visit Mountain Land Supply Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
AmeriGas Propane is America's #1 propane supplier. Why? Because AmeriGas Propane of Central Utah is the most reliable, safest, and responsive propane service. Your AmeriGas drivers go the extra mile to offer service you can rely on. AmeriGas Propane of Richfield features a local staff that serves you 24/7. Don't put a price on your family safety. Call today, 435-896-5071, 896-5071. It's never too late to save on propane. Lock in your price and ask about their monthly payment program. Go to AmeriGas.com.
All right, Rich Barton, Rick Robinson, welcome you back here to Carbon High School in Price. Set to bring you the kickoff between the Richfield Wildcats and the Carbon Dinos. Both teams come in with one win. Both teams are looking at each other and saying, this is a game I think we can win.
Yeah, actually, with common opponents, they've had similar scores. Carbon lost to Manti 38-7. Richfield lost to the Templars 35-0. Carbon lost to Ben Lomond 31-6, Richfield 50-14, and Carbon lost to North Sanpete 55-15. Richfield lost 50-0.
And we want to thank Snow College for bringing you the pregame show tonight. They're ranked 6th in the nation in graduation rates, according to CNN Money Magazine. Start your education at Snow College. Visit snow.edu, and want to thank them. And tonight, the Wildcats' Evan Jerome is back. He's been out for a week and a half, and he is back tonight. Jensen Magleby is out for the rest of the season. And so that is a tough loss for the Wildcats. And they're getting set to kick off here. Evan Jerome makes a nice hand-over kick, taking it the 10, out to the 15, the 20, the 25. Wheels and falls down at the 28, maybe 29-yard line. And that was Nathan Olson who took it around his own 10-yard line.
A nice tackle by Jake Luke on special teams.
And we'll take a look at this Carbon team. Well, I did see Carbon play North Sanpete, and Carbon had minus yardage in the running game. It was the passing game. I was really impressed with them.
They have one of the more imposing players that you'll see on any team. Peyton Fawcett, 6'7", 240, tight end, defensive end.
And the handoff is to Fawcett, and Fawcett does a veer off the left guard and fights his way out for 5 yards, 6 yards out to the 35-yard line. Rasmussen, the senior quarterback. Carbon has 9 seniors that will be there on this Dino team. And, of course, Richfield will end their season next Friday when they host Delta, and they'll be senior night there in Richfield.
Carbon will end their season with division contests against Union.
Rasmussen in shotgun formation. Again, he hands off the same play to Maurer, and Maurer this time is stacked right at the line of scrimmage, and he'll bring up a third, and he lost a yard.
Yeah,
third and 5 now.
Great tackle for loss by senior Clay Turner.
And Clay, one of the defensive ends. And now Maurer will be the single setback just left of Rasmussen, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. Just send a man in motion, but the ball is fumbled and brought down right around the 24-yard line is Rasmussen.
Heads-up play by Rasmussen to find that ball and fall on it. Clay Turner was very close to coming up with the fumble recovery.
And so Richfield will send a single man back. And that's Matt Griffin standing around his own 40-yard line. Snap is a good one. The kick is very, very short, kind of shanked. Almost hit a Richfield player. Then Matthew Griffith falls on it right near midfield. And I think Richfield's going to take over at the 50-yard line.
That ends up being about a net gain of about 11 on that punt. Richfield very fortunate that didn't touch a player as it came very close.
And they do mark it at the 50-yard line. Richfield will have the football at midfield to start their first possession.
Nice
no
job.
No score in a ball game if you just joined us.
Nice job for the Wildcats to force that 3 and out.
And Matt Griffith will be in a shotgun formation himself. 3 receivers to the right, a single setback just to the right of him. I think it's Evan Jerome. We'll have to pick that up. And it is Evan. Now Matt's going to take it on a quarterback sweep on the right side. He's across midfield. He's at the 40. One man to beat. He's at the 30. He beats him, but they slow him down. The 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Matt Griffith on the first play from scrimmage on a quarterback sweep. I did not see that coming, but Griffith, showing his speed, races down the right sideline.
Griffin faked the pitch to McKay Lewis. A few defenders went with McKay. And on the sweep, nothing but green grass ahead. Had a nice stiff arm. Last defender tried to trip him up. He was able to keep his feet. Excellent job by Griffin.
I thought the Carbon defender had stopped him enough for the other tacklers to catch up with him, but Matthew broke away. Now the kick by Evan Jerome is up, and it looks good. It is good, and Richfield takes a 7-0 lead with 9:53 to go in the first period. We'll take a break and come back with the kickoff.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still number one. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office.
New Holland's T7 Series tractors from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora deliver more power but lower your operating costs. Talk about a great combination. These 100 to 195 PTO horsepower tractors feature engines with EcoBlue SCR engine technology. They breathe better for more complete combustion and deliver cleaner power, increased torque, and enhanced fuel economy. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora and learn more about the T7 Series tractors from New Holland.
And now Evan Jerome set to kick off for Richfield. Again, it's going to be taken by Nathan Olson. This time around the 12. He's out to the 20, the 25, the 30, and then knocked out of bounds out around the 32-yard line as Olson caught that on a dead run and sprinted over right in front of the Richfield sideline and brought down a nice return by Olson.
And that was Matt Griffin that forced him out of bounds. Got to credit the Richfield coaching staff on that first play call from offensive scrimmage to give them some nice momentum to start this game.
If you just joined us, Matt Griffith on the first play from scrimmage for Richfield went 50 yards on the right sideline on a quarterback sweep. Evan Derone kicked the extra point. It's 7-0 Richfield. Carbon with their second possession and a wishbone formation and a dive. The ball's on the ground. I believe Richfield's come up with it at the 35-yard line. No signal. Nope.
I don't know if they blew it dead.
Yeah,
there.
they did blow it dead. That ball came squibbing out underneath, but they'd obviously blown it dead, so the ball.
I got to believe that was quite a quick whistle there because, Richfield was trying to strip it out of his hands.
And it's a 2-yard pickup. They move it out to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 8. Again, shotgun formation for Rasmussen. Rasmussen pitches, the ball's on the ground, and this time Richfield comes up with it. This time Richfield has the football as Utley has it.
Well, this Wildcat team really got a lot of momentum and some confidence right now.
And I'll tell you, this Carbon team has fumbled the last 3 times they've had the football, and they've recovered 2 of them. That time, Richfield comes up with it, and they take over at the Carbon 35-yard line.
Well, we'll see what
already leading 7-0.
We'll see what they go to in the playbook here.
And now Griffith pitches out to Evan Derone. He cuts off the right side. He took the pitch back at the 40-yard line and fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up 1 yard.
Yeah, well, actually, they'll give him about a yard. Really defended well there on the sweep that time by the Dinos.
This Dino team has some talent on it. They've had some trouble with fumbles. The last 3 plays the Dinos have run, they've fumbled the football 3 times. Richfield recovered 1 of them. The other one forced a punting situation deep in their own territory. Now Matt Griffith under center has 2 backs behind him. They give it to Evan Derone in the backfield, and Evan looked like he had room, and all of a sudden he is rocked after picking up 1 yard.
Yeah, that hole closed up rather quickly up the middle that time, and he gained about 1 more yard.
And that was Armstrong that came and just rocked him.
And you can bet they're going to have to run the ball away from Cole Fawcett's side. Cole, just a beast. We're talking to some Carbon people about him, 6'7", 235, and he is a man out there on both sides of the line.
3rd and 8 for the Cats at the Carbon 32-yard line. Matt Griffin in shotgun formation, fakes the handoff. It's going to be a quarterback keeper on the left side. He gets through a couple tacklers, and then he breaks a tackle. He's still going down to the 30, but well short of the first down.
Matt Griffin is playing very determined, stiff arm to free himself up, breaks a couple of additional tackles, doesn't have a lot of yards to show for it, but could have been easily a loss of 5, and instead he gained 2.
So it's going to be 4th down and 6 for Richfield. The ball resting at the Carbon 30-yard line. Richfield leading 7-0. And shotgun formation, the Cats are going for it. Deep in Carbon territory, but 4th, and we're going to call that a long 6. And Richfield tried to draw him off sides with a hard count. Carbon would not bite, and Richfield takes timeout, leading 7-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
You know that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with high-quality care through advanced technology with the hometown touch. What you may not know about are the wide variety of services that we provide, allowing you to stay close to home. Our on-site specialty services include orthopedics, ENT, general surgery, podiatry, and internal medicine, all available full-time, allowing you to utilize them when it's convenient for you, not just a few days each month. That's Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
Okay, welcome back here to Carbon High School. Richfield looking at a 4th down. Now Evan Derone is the lone man in the backfield, but I think Matt Griffith, the quarterback, went over and still getting some instructions.
Really like to see Richfield come up with a big 4th down play here to take advantage of this turnover on the Carbon side of the field.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by CentraCom Channel 10. Of course, you can watch it live. Now Griffith on a quarterback sweep, wants to pass. He plants and cuts upfield, and he's going to be very, very close to the first down. Marker. I think he has it.
Depend on the spot here. I think he's got it by a half yard. A great job by Griffin as he had some room to the outside and had to run over a Dino defender to get just enough to get past the marker.
And you know that's the first down of this ball game.
You're right.
And Richfield leading 7-0, 1st and 10 at the Dino 24-yard line. And tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Jones & DeMille Engineering.
That was a nice block by Jerome on Cole Fawcett to give Griffin the corner.
Now Richfield fumbles the ball, and Matt Griffith falls on it back at the 30-yard line. Carbon was blitzing both their linebackers, and I don't think that had anything to do with the fumble. I think Matt was trying to get away quickly.
And he could feel that blitz coming, and both teams have had troubles with the snap so far in this game.
2nd down and 8 now 18. I said 8. I forgot to add the 10 yards on there. The ball at the Carbon 30-yard line. Richfield leading 7-0. Richfield does not huddle in the game. They just look over at Coach Thorson and gives out signals. And now Carbon blitzing everybody. Matt Griffin's going to keep it. He's brought down on a tackle back right at the line of scrimmage. And again, that's big number 53 for Carbon that's there, as Armstrong has really had a couple hard tackles in this ball game.
It's too bad Matt couldn't have broke that tackle, because blitzing their whole team almost, if he could have got by one man there, he'd have had a lot of real estate.
So it's still 3rd and 18. This Carbon team is daring Richfield to try and pass the football. Richfield has yet to throw a pass. And Matt Griffin again. Carbon showing both their linebackers. They do. They bring both linebackers, and they're going to get him again. It's big number 53's in there. That's, again, Armstrong, along with Oscar Herrera. And they lose another 4 yards, so 4th down and 22 for the Cats. At the Carbon 34-yard line, Rich.
We'll see if the Wildcats try to pin them with a punt. I would expect Evan Jerome to punt this one.
5:03 to go here in the first period. This game is brought to you in part by Sevier Valley Medical Center. It's 4th and 22. Carbon now brings 3 blitzers. Griffin is going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. And Carbon's blitzing has really given Richfield trouble here.
Yeah, Richfield no answer for it right now. And until they're able to give Matt some time to throw and take advantage of him, it's pretty clear what their defensive strategy is going to be, is to dare Richfield to throw the ball.
Well, Richfield leads 7-0, but Carbon will take over at their own 40-yard line. Great field position for the Dinos. And tonight's game brought to you in part by Mountain Land Supply, supporting the Wildcats. And now it's going to be an end around. They pitch it, and Carbon fights their way out for a 4-yard gain, and that was Logan Olson, who was the ball carrier.
Clay Turner with the tackle. Clay been calling his number quite a bit so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, Clay's had a nice first quarter.
Almost had his hands there to strip that ball carrier.
And that Carbon has fumbled the ball 3 times. They've recovered 2 of them. Richfield got the last one. 2nd down and 7. The ball at the 44-yard line. And a dive play on the right side is given, I believe, we'll have to see who it is, and picking up.
Looked like enough for the first down. Well, actually, kind of got the spot was maybe not so favorable to the Dinos. Going to be a half-yard short.
That was Nathan Olson. That's different than Logan Olson. Nate Olson wears number 8. Logan Olson wears number 10. And the Dinos with a 3rd down and a half-yard to go, just shy of the 50-yard line. And now they give in the backfield, almost brought down for a loss when Richfield missed the loss, as Maurer able to fall forward and easily pick up the first down.
Austin Biggs on the tackle, but that was quite a risky play call there, as they swept him to the outside and looked like it was a potential loss of about 4 or 5 yards, but he was able to break a tackle and advanced just 2 yards beyond the first down marker.
So Carbon gets their first down of the ball game. They trail Richfield 7-0. Matt Griffith with a 50-yard run in this game. The difference so far, Rasmussen in shotgun formation. Richfield showing blitz up the middle. And a pass is thrown to Fawcett, and I believe Fawcett has it at the 40-yard line. He does, for about an 8-yard pickup at the Richfield 40-yard line.
When they look to pass, Fawcett's going to be the target from his tight end spot, and a big target he is at 6'7".
2nd down and 2 for the Dinos. On the move, a drive that started at their own 40. They're now at the Richfield 40-yard line. They picked up 1 first down. And Mowers is the single setback. Under center is Rasmussen, and he gives to Mowers. Mowers veers off the left side. He breaks a tackle, has the first down, and he's inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line of Richfield. Maybe 33.
Well, right now, Richfield having some struggles tackling.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 Carbon at the Wildcat 33-yard line. Richfield with the lead, but the Dinos on the move here. And Rasmussen now talking to Maurer in the backfield. Sends 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Maurer, the single setback, just right. They give it to Maurer. Maurer's going to be hit from behind and brought down by Utley. Utley came from the outside from the other side.
That was Austin Biggs.
Austin Biggs, I'm sorry.
Austin Biggs tracked him from behind, and give him credit. Maurer, as a running back, is bigger than most all of the Richfield players.
And they actually lost 1 yard, so it's going to be 2nd down, well, maybe a half yard. I'm still going to call it 2nd down and 10. And again, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Maurer just left of Rasmussen, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. Faked the handoff. Now rolls out, throws the ball, intended for Fawcett, and it's well overthrown, and it would have been short of a first down.
Defended well that time by Jake Luke, as he was able to stay with Fawcett. And only thing Rasmussen could do is throw it out of bounds.
3rd down and 10 for the Carbon Dinos at the Richfield 33-yard line. Minute 27 to go in the first period here in Price. Richfield leading 7-0. The Dinos have moved from their own 40-yard line to the Wildcat 33. But they're looking at 3rd down and 10.
4 down territory. If they can get half of it here on this play.
And the give is kept. I thought he gave it away. Rasmussen keeps it and cuts upfield short of the first down, but picks up 6, maybe 7 yards on a well-executed fake dive play.
Well, could have picked up more, but he was kind of stumbling, still looking to pitch it even 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
And now it's going to be 4th down, and we're going to call that a long 4 yards. Maybe 5, a short 5. As the ball's marked at the 27-yard line of Richfield.
Yeah.
So 4th down for Carbon. Rasmussen in shotgun formation. Maurer just to the left of him.
Watch out for Fawcett.
Yeah, and the pass is downfield, and I don't believe it was caught. Yeah, the official says it is caught.
I think it's...
but it'll be just shy of the first
short.
down.
Trent Utley was able to get to Rasmussen. Had to unload that pass a little early before his receiver had maybe gone beyond the marker, but a nice reception by the Dino receiver.
Yeah, the receiver made a nice reception, got underneath it, but Richfield will take over deep in their own territory here. So Richfield takes over at their own 24-yard line. And the Wildcats leading 7-0. With a minute 11 to go in the first period. Now, Carbon bringing the whole bus and everything. They blitzed everybody. The pitch is back in the backfield, and I have to pick up that ball carrier. It's the first time we've seen McKay Lewis carry the ball. And Lewis cuts upfield, but I don't believe he had much gain, maybe a yard.
Yeah, one yard on the play, and you're just going to see that same blitz every time, Rick.
And tonight's game is brought to you in part by AmeriGas in Richfield, supporting the Richfield Wildcats. Want to thank all our sponsors. Allow us to bring you a simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10, also on KSVC 980. And now give us to Evan Jerome in the backfield. He plants, cuts upfield. It looked like he was going to be sacked by Maurer back for a 5-yard loss. Instead, he planted and just cut straight upfield. He picks up 4, maybe 5 yards.
Yeah, nice cut back to the middle. And I tell you, Rick, if they can break a tackle or two beyond the 5 yards, they can take it all the way.
Well, I've never seen a team blitz this heavy, like 3 or 4, sometimes 5 players, and Carbon has done a nice job. And that's the end of the first period. It's gone by quickly here in Price, and Richfield is looking at 3rd down and 5 from their own 28-yard line, leading the Carbon Dinos 7-0. We'll be back.
In times like these, a small business has to work smart to make it. CentraCom can help. We've got the business class services you need for less. With the fastest small business internet speeds available today, the reliability of 24-hour network monitoring and superior tech support, and our commitment to grow when you do with scalability that's both fast and flexible on our own fiber optic network. Make the smart choice. Call or visit CentraCom.com today.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
All right, welcome back here to Carbon High School, where Richfield looking at a 3rd down and 5 from their own 34-yard line. And they lead the Carbon Dinos 7-0. And Matt Griffith in shotgun formation. He'll send a man in motion. That's Michaelos, and I believe somebody jumped, or were they drawn? And no, they're going to signal Carbon offside.
This is going to make it a little bit easier here on 3rd down.
Now, there's tape. There's a tape on the sideline, and they look where the box is. The tape is the 5-yard mark, and they don't even step it off. They just move it, and they know whether or not they have a 1st down. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't do that.
We did have a quarter of penalty-free football, but we start the 2nd with the first penalty of the game.
So it's going to be 3rd down and very, very short here. And again, Richfield the hard count. Again, Carbon blitzing. They're bringing 8 men. It's a Matt Griffith sweep. He's got the 1st down. A flag comes, and Matt picks up the 1st down around the 45-yard line, but there will be a hold.
And that's unfortunate for the Wildcats because that hold didn't affect the play at all. Matt had the room to the outside without the hold, but this is going to back this what would have been a huge gain.
And it is holding on Richfield. And it is a spot foul. The hold took place at the 35-yard line. Richfield had to get to the 34 for the 1st down. So they'll mark 10 yards back from the 35, and Richfield will have a 3rd down and 9 after they get done marking off this penalty. And so Richfield looking at
And Matt had
another play.
Had the possibility that he was going to beat the only Dino back there to take that one all the way for a score.
Well, I've been counting them, Rich. Carbon is bringing 8 players every play.
And as the season's gone on, Carbon's seen videotape. That's what teams have been doing to the Wildcats, is daring them to pass the ball, and it's
Richfield has yet to throw a pass in this game.
Well, there's been a couple times they've wanted to, but haven't had any time to even look for a receiver.
Carbon, again, in a 4-4 defense, and they bring all 4 guys on the 4-4. Pass it downfield, has a man, and it's Utley out around the 45-yard line, but it's overthrown, and Carbon with lots of pressure on Matt Griffith.
Yeah, one of the only times Matt had a chance to set and throw. Had Utley down the middle, almost looked like he stopped his route, and the ball ended up a few yards beyond him.
Well, tonight's game is brought to you in part by DP Curtis Trucking, also Zions Bank in Richfield. And our score update is Richfield 7, Carbon no score. And the Dinos are looking to get the football back. Evan Derone with a high kick, not particularly long. It went straight up. Then it takes a Richfield bounce at the 50. It goes down to the Carbon 39-yard line. It wasn't a real great kick. It went high, but Richfield got a good bounce out of it.
Yeah, nice result nonetheless, and the Dinos will take over at the Richfield 39.
We've seen some pretty high kicks in this game so far, Rich.
Yeah, we have. The Dino first punt only ended up 11 yards.
And so Carbon will get the football for their 4th time in this ball game. And they start at their own 39-yard line. And they have a full backfield, and they give on the backfield dive.
Well, you get with that power formation, you get the feeling that Carbon feels like they can just power the ball down the Richfield's, throats as they have a decided size advantage on the line.
Maurer, I believe, is who they gave it to. A 3-yard pickup. They move it from the 39 out to the 42-yard line. So Carbon looking at 2nd down and 7, with Richfield leading 7-0 here. But the Dinos with the football. And again, a wishbone formation. And under center, Rasmussen keeps it an option, pitches in the backfield, and Olsen almost loses it. No, it's not Olsen. It's 23, the ball carrier there. That was Chatterton, Brad Chatterton.
Finished the tackle there. McKay Lewis was the first person to get to him and stack him up, be a tackle for loss on the play.
So a 2-yard loss. They move it back to the 40-yard line. So 3rd down and 9 for the Dinos from their own 40-yard line. Rasmussen will now go back into shotgun. They break away from the bone. He has Maurer just left of him, and he wants to pass. Being pressured, throws his arms, hit. It could have been intercepted. Clay Turner hit his arm just as he let go of it.
Great job by Turner. He's been able to get in the backfield without a lot of Dino resistance, and this will force the punt with 4th and 9.
So now back to punt.
And
will be Logan Olsen.
Watch Matthew Griffin on this return.
And the kick is going to be a high one. A nice punt. It bounces out of bounds right around the 30. No, I thought it hit out of bounds. Yeah. They are going to signal it hit out of bounds. And they're going to come up and mark it right at the 33-yard line. So Richfield's going to take over at their own 33-yard line. Richfield leading 7-0, and they have the football. Carbon had one good drive in this game. They picked up a couple first downs, but then their drive stalled right around the Richfield 25-yard line. Richfield with their 7 points on a 50-yard quarterback run on the first play from scrimmage for the Cats. And now from their own 34-yard line, Richfield with the football. Matt Griffith, a swing pass out to Evan Jerome. Evans at the 30, the 35. He breaks a tackle out to the 40, short of the first down, but it appeared he might lose yardage, and he does pick up good yards.
Nice blocks that time by Trent Utley and Mason Allred.
And Mason Allred, one of my favorites, does a terrific job. Not that Trent Utley's not too. I know Trent real well, but I'll always like to see Mason. 2 receiver left, to the right. They give us to Evan Jerome on the left side. Evan breaks a tackle. He's got the first down. He's out across the 45, out to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, give Evan about 8 yards to the outside and move the chains for the Wildcats.
And Richfield gets their 2nd first down of the ball game. The Wildcats lead 7-0. There's timeout on the field with 9:35 to go in the first half. The Cats with 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line, leading 7-0 over Carbon. We'll be back.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Riverstone Contractors is your plumbing source for Sevier County. Riverstone can fix leaking pipes, replace water heaters, fix and replace faucets, disposals, water softeners, and toilets, along with tubs, showers, and grab bars for your bathroom. Riverstone does plumbing for new construction and remodels. They also take care of your heating and air conditioning needs with central air, swamp coolers, gas furnaces, and sheet metal ducts. For the best plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service, call Riverstone Contractors at 435-896-6264. That's 896-6264.
Welcome back here to Carbon High School. Richfield leading 7-0, and they're going to look at second down. And we're going to call it, 13 to go here, Rich?
Yeah, Carbon went back to their blitzing defense on that play, and it paid off. It was interesting. The first three play calls on this drive, they didn't blitz. Richfield had a couple of first downs.
Matt Griffith with Evan Jerome just to the right of him in shotgun formation. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Low snap. Griff fakes the handoff. Now he's rolling out to his right, rolling. Got time, throws downfield, and it's a low throw and tried to be caught by Luke, I believe.
That was Jesse Ney was the intended receiver, and Matt Griffin had more time to throw than he has on any other attempt, and actually maybe would like to see Matthew tuck his head. He had one guy to get around.
So now it's going to be third down, and we'll call it a long 13. The ball's between the 42 and the 43-yard line of Richfield. Richfield leading 7-0. And Matt Griffith in shotgun formation. Now rolling out to his right again, being pressured, throws, and his arm is hit. It's almost intercepted. I believe it could have been.
No, trapped it.
And what a nice try there by Woodhouse.
Yeah, Griffin under a heavy duress that time as he was hit as he released it and didn't have time to plant and throw that one.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen. Of course, we will be picking a Dairy Queen player of the game after the game there in Elsinore. Make any occasion a special. Do ice cream at Dairy Queen in Elsinore. Also brought to you by Mason Machinery. Eric Mason and his staff. Now, a high snap. The kick is a great kick by Evan. Fair catch is going to be called. We've seen some bad kicks in this game, but that was not one of them. I thought it might get blocked. It went like a cannon off his foot.
Give Evan a lot of credit for stepping in and booting that one because Peyton Fawcett was right there almost to get that block.
I thought maybe it was going to get blocked, and he just lifted that off his foot, and it goes down to the 19-yard line of Carbon.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the Wildcats come up with one of those fumble recoveries here on this Dino end of the field.
Well, Carbon has had the ball now 5 times, and only in one series have they had first downs, and they had them in 2 of them in that one.
Now we're driven out of bounds near the Richfield sideline, and I believe that was Mason Allred that rode him out of bounds after a gain of 4.
So now it's going to be second down, and we'll call it 6 yards to go. They move it from the 19 out to the 23-yard line. Rasmussen under center, and a very tight double wing formation. And they fake the handoff. Rasmussen rolling out. Now he's pressured, throws downfield. Has a man, it's Fawcett. And Fawcett has it for a first down out around the 35-yard line. Well, they're going to mark him right around the 33.
Yeah, give him a gain of about 8 on that pass completion. And when he rolls out, he is definitely looking for big number 35.
Fawcett, a very, very strong tight end. He has size and hands that he could play at another level, Rich.
He's split out to the outside again this time, and when he is, that usually spells a pass.
Now Rasmussen sends a man in motion. They'll give to Olsen in motion, and Olsen cuts upfield, and then as he does, he's brought down by Mason Allred, a flag by the umpire. Generally, it's in a holding territory, and it is holding. And Mason Allred made that tackle out on the side. And anytime you're a ball player, you're saying, man, I had a great tackle. Of course, you're going to take the penalty. But
it's going to back the Dinos up to their own 24.
And the Dinos have to get out to the 43 for a first down. So it's going to be first down and 19 for the Dinos. With 7:53 to go in the first half, Richfield leading 7-0. And Rasmussen in shotgun formation. Now rolling out to his left, throws downfield, and almost intercepted.
That was right in the hands of McKay Lewis. Just wasn't able to come down clean with it, but defended really nicely by Lewis.
And I believe they were trying to go to number 25 that time.
Yeah, one of the only times
that
they haven't been looking for Fawcett.
So second down and 19 as the Dinos able to get an extra down because of the penalty. The ball at the 19, the Dinos have to get to the 43 for the first down. They'll send Olsen in motion. Rasmussen straight drop back, now throws down. It's going to be intercepted. No. As that pass, the guy with the best chance on that was Jake Luke.
I think Jake was surprised that the ball was thrown directly at him. He was looking for a receiver to be in the area, and there was a mix-up in a route there.
Yeah, no question. I don't know who Rasmussen, by far his worst pass of the night.
Yeah, had Jake Luke come up with that, he'd have had an easy 20 yards for a score.
7-0, Richfield with the lead. 7:43 to go in the first half. And Rasmussen in shotgun formation with 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Nobody behind him. Richfield putting pressure on him, and the pass is down, and it's incomplete.
Mason Allred defending that. And give Mason a lot of credit. He's out there defending 6'7" Peyton Fawcett.
And Trent Utley put great pressure on Rasmussen from the right side.
Here's where this long snap's really crucial for the Dinos, is the punter back at his own 9.
And the snap is back, and the kick is a high
Again,
kick by
straight
Olsen.
in the air.
And it's going to bounce at the 48, takes a carbon bounce. It goes across midfield down to the 45, the 40, and the 39. And boy, Richfield would have been really, really much better off had they been able to catch that.
Yeah, but as high as he kicked that, punted that in the air, there was nothing but Dinos around it.
So Richfield with 2 first downs in the game. Carbon with 3 first downs in the game. Richfield with the lead, 7-0.
You do get the feel, Rick, that one of these times Richfield is gonna get the ball and break one for a touchdown, or if they can just break a tackle.
Well, Carbon's been blitzing eight players. This time they only bring 6, and the pitch is in the backfield to Lewis, and Lewis crosses the 40 out to the 42-yard line for a 3-yard pickup.
Well, Peyton Fawcett there was able to maintain the guy trying to block him to prevent that from being a big gain, but give him a gain of 4 on the carry.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jorgensen Lane's Herd Place. And, of course, Skeeter Sturmer today was named the Superstar Employee of the Month, the manager of Jorgensen's Bowling Alley. Now, give to Evan Jerome. He breaks a tackle. He's got the first down. He's into Carbon territory at the 48-yard line for about a 10-yard pickup.
Nice hole up the middle there, and Evan with a good burst of speed. And good to see Evan back as he's been out with injury, and it's really hurt the Wildcats with his absence, and I think he's given them a good boost tonight.
Hope you're enjoying high school football action on KSVC 980 tonight, home of the Richfield Wildcats. And with a simulcast on CentraCom Channel 10 where you can watch it live. Nate Palmer doing our production work here. We appreciate his help. What a great guy to work with. Now in the backfield, Richfield's going to be smothered for a loss of about 5-6 yards.
Actually, a loss of...
he got a terrible spot if they're going to mark him back there. Oh, the referee wisely comes up and puts it back to the 47-yard line.
Dino Blitz was able to get there right as the handoff took place, and loss of about 5 on the play.
So the ball's moved back to the 47-yard line of Richfield. The Cats have to get down to the 38 for a first down. Second down and 15 for Richfield on the loss there. And Carbon, who's been bringing 8 players most of the night, at Matt Griffin. This time they're bringing 7. The pass is downfield, intended for Thalman. Thalman goes up with it. He's got it. The 20. He fumbles it, and he recovers at the 11. He had nothing but straight dirt ahead of him, and he fumbled the football and fell on it. Thalman was bumped just as he caught. He made a tough catch. Then he fumbled the football.
It was an unbelievable catch because the defender was right there, but Thalman used his height, timed his leap perfect, went up and pulled it down, and as he started to sprint to daylight, the ball just fumbled out of his hands, but he did have the wherewithal to fall on it.
They wouldn't have caught him had he been able to hang on to it. Richfield leading 7-0, threatening at the Carbon 11-yard line. Matt Griffith in shotgun formation. Again, the Dinos been blitzing on every play here. And this time they're bringing 8. It's going to be a Matt Griffith sweep on the left side. He plants, cuts up the 10, spins down to the 4, maybe 5-yard line, depending on how they spot the ball.
Good job by Griffin following his lead blocker to the outside, Evan Jerome. And it looks like that'll be a gain of about, what do you think, 5?
Yes, I think they marked it right at the 5. Second down. So maybe a 6-yard. Well, they marked it at the 6. So 2nd and 5. The ball at the Carbon 6-yard line. Richfield leading 7-0 in a game brought to you in part by Barney Trucking and Larson's Ace Hardware. Now Griffith gives to Evan Jerome. Evan cuts up right but breaks off to the left side. He falls forward. I think he's in for a touchdown. Evan Jerome on a 6-yard run. And Richfield extends their lead to 13-0 here.
Evan ran over 2 Dinos with his extra effort. Looked like he was going to be stopped 2-3 yards short. Second effort propelled him into the end zone.
And Evan Jerome will now get set to do the kick here.
Evan does so many things for the Wildcats with punting and kicking duties. Good to have him back.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and it looks good. It is good. So Evan Jerome has now scored 8 points himself, 2 kicks, and a 6-yard touchdown run. 4:35 to go in the first half. Richfield leads Carbon 14-0. Still lots of game left. We'll be back.
Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for satisfying lots of different appetites. Appetites for hardware, plumbing and building materials, paint, tools, electrical, housewares and small appliances, sporting goods including ammo, lawn and garden, toys and seasonal items, and well, hey, just stop by the store and check it out for yourself. Oh yeah, while you're in the store, satisfy the biggest hunger of all, the grumbling in your tummy at Munchies. Check it out at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield.
Welcome back here to Carbon High School here in Price and Richfield. A long pass with Thalman, Jackson Thalman making just a great catch.
Unbelievable catch. Defended extremely well by the Dino.
And then Evan Jerome, that softened him for Richfield, able to run a little bit after Carbon to take away Richfield's run. Now Richfield kicks it out of bounds around the 11-yard line. And Carbon has 3 choices on this. They can either take it where it went out of bounds, which they absolutely will not do, or they can take it at the 35, which I'm sure they'll do, or they can move him back 5 yards and make him re-kick it. And sometimes teams do that, trying to get a kickoff.
4:35 to go here in this first half, and we've actually had a pretty quick first half of football.
And tonight's game is brought to you in part by Riverstone Contractors. Also join us at halftime for our halftime show that's going to be brought to you by New Charter University. I want to welcome them, being one of our new sponsors, bringing you tonight's football game. 1st and 10 for the Dinos at their own 35-yard line. And now a flag, and I believe that Carbon's got 12 men on the field. That's what he's counting.
Yeah, there's a lot of white jerseys out there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Richfield.
12. No, Richfield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only count 11 for Richfield. They called offsides.
Offside, okay.
He was pointing like he was doing something there. He was just pointing who was offsides. Well, more than once in a football game that I've officiated, Rich, I thought I counted 12, and there's only been 11. Now on the 1st and 5, on the end around to Chatterton, and Chatterton fights his way out close to the first down. This Carbon team, I saw them at Mount Pleasant. They will not quit. This is a very tough physical Carbon team.
Well, and this is going to set up a third and four. Actually, no, it's going to be maybe call it 3rd and 2.
It's got to be second.
Or second.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because the penalty, they picked up yardage.
Just under 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
Carbon with 3 first downs here in the first half. Looking at 2nd down and 1 at the 44-yard line. Rasmussen's going to give to Olsen on a little end around. Olsen cuts upfield. He breaks a tackle and weaves his way, spins his way out to midfield at the 50-yard line.
Jake Luke with the tackle for the Cats.
I'll tell you, Logan Olsen just was determined to pick up the first down. He easily would have picked it up, but he just spun his way forward for another 5 yards out to the 50-yard line as Carbon gets their 4th first down here in the first half. And now Rasmussen underneath center. Double wing formation. And sends Olsen in motion. That's Nathan. And he'll take the pitch and swings around on the right side and falls forward for maybe 1 or 2 yards, depending on how they spot him.
Clay Turner, Mason Allred there for the Wildcats. Giving up just 1, or give him 2 yards on the carry.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8 as the ball's marked at the Wildcat 48-yard line. The Dinos into Wildcat territory for the 2nd time. And Rasmussen again will come underneath center. Get a double wing formation. If you've seen Gunnison play, very similar. They put 2 guys real short on the wing and a single setback, very close to the line of scrimmage. And they give on the dive play on the left side to Maurer. And Maurer fights his way back to the 43-yard line.
Wyatt Peterson preventing Maurer from a big gain. And Maurer is a big, strong, impressive looking back, but this will bring up a 3rd and 4.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 3. The football at the Richfield 43-yard line. 2:14 clock is running to go in the first half. Richfield leading 14-0, but the Dinos on the move from their own 35 have moved to the Wildcat 43. Looking at 3rd down and 3. Rasmussen fakes the handoff. He's going to roll out left. He wants to tuck it and run. He's got the first down and out of bounds around the 37-yard line, maybe 38.
Yeah, only needed 3, but ended up getting 6.
And for Carbon, that's going to be their 5th first down here in the first half.
1:56 to play in the first half.
And they mark it at the 38-yard line. Rasmussen, not a big player. Built.
No, actually one of the smaller quarterbacks we've seen.
6 foot tall. They got him listed. I'd be
very generous.
surprised.
6 foot.
Yeah. Now the pass is thrown out. It's caught by Olsen. He's at the 30. He's got the first down inside the 25 and brought down at the 22. So the Dinos threatening to get on the board here.
Yeah, and he's able to get out of bounds, stop the clock.
It's the 6th first down of the first half for the Dinos. They've had 3 on this drive that started from their own 35-yard line, and the Dinos trying to cash in with 1:48 to go in the first half. Threatening at the Richfield 22-yard line.
This would be huge going in the locker room if Richfield could stop them on this drive, preventing them from having points in this first half.
Well, the Dinos now give to Moffitt in the backfield, and Moffitt's hit and brought down for maybe a 1-yard loss.
Austin Biggs, and we don't have a number 20 on our roster, our listing anyway.
And there's going to be timeout on the field. We're going to take timeout. Richfield leading the Dinos 14-0, but Carbon on the move. They're at the Wildcat 24-yard line. 2nd down and 11 when we come back.
Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center in Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
Okay, welcome back here to Carbon High School. Richfield with a 14-0 lead, and Carbon on the move. They picked up 3 first downs on this drive from their own 35-yard line. They only have 6 here in the whole first half, so they have as many first downs on this drive as they've had the whole first half, Rich.
Yeah, and this could be big for whichever team finishes this last minute 40 on a high note here.
And Richfield with a 14-0 lead here. The Dinos double wing formation. And Rasmussen rolling out to his right, being pressured, throws down, and it's going to be
caught. Wow.
It looked like it might be intercepted, and it was caught. What a great pass. I believe that was Chatterton.
Well, there were 2 Richfield,
that was Albeda.
2 Richfield defenders back there. A little bit of difficulty on the timing with the leap, and the ball falls right in the hands of the Dino receiver.
And Chatterton catches it at the 6-yard line. Boy, it looked like Richfield had the interception. Oh, for both teams, you're thinking you got interception, and Carbon with a great reception by Chatterton. Shotgun formation now. First and goal, and they're going to give on the end around. I believe Chatterton again. He's got it at the 1-yard line. Fumble. Richfield says they have it, and they're going to rule he was down at the 1-yard line.
They said the ground caused the fumble, but...
And Chatterton's come into this game and put a spark.
Yeah, giving him a good lift here on this drive. And the ball is on about the half foot.
Second down and goal with 44 seconds to go. I don't know why the clock is stopped. Now it's running, 40 seconds. And a give on the dive play. No, it's kept by Rasmussen. He faked the dive play to Bauer. He fooled me and goes almost untouched. Nobody within 5 yards of him on a quarterback keeper on the right side. And he tightens this game. It's 14 Richfield, 6 for Carbon.
Yeah, nice play call by the Dino staff as Richfield defending the middle real strong. He was able to have plenty of room to the outside.
So we'll see what the Dinos do. Will they go for 2? And I don't see a T. And I think Carbon's going to call timeout with 33 seconds to go. And it's 14-6 Richfield, but the try for Carbon coming up. We'll be back.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
That's what I bumped. I just moved you from that one to this one. Okay.
Going for 2.
Okay, here it is for the try, and Rasmussen on a quarterback keeper, and did he get it? Carbon says he's in, and the umpire says he's in, and now the wing says in.
Well, he was stacked up initially at the line of scrimmage, but a lot of extra effort propelled him across the line.
Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back at the kickoff with Richfield leading Carbon 14-8, 33 seconds going the first half.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
And Rich Barton, Rick Robinson, hope you're enjoying high school football action. The Richfield Wildcats tonight on KSBC 980. Also on CentraCom Channel 10. You can watch it live. We're doing a simulcast. And Nate Palmer, of course, doing our production work. We appreciate his great help. We've had a few technical issues, and he has been good to fix them for us. And now Carbon, which just barely scored on a drive, a 65-yard drive where they picked up three first downs. Onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by Richfield. And that was recovered by Jesse Ney.
29 seconds to go. Richfield will take over on their own 40.
And that kind of caught me a little bit off. I mean, it's a smart move, so Richfield can't move it. But the Richfield Wildcats do take over at their own 40. And we'll see if Carbon chooses to blitz like they have. They have nobody deep. They've been blitzing 7, 8 guys. They're showing a blitz. They're bringing them. And a quick swing pass out to Evan Jerome. He's got it. He's at the 40 and brought up to the 45. Flags come in, a block in the back. An obvious one right at the 45-yard line. And that's going to bring that play back. As Evan had picked up the first down or very, very close to it. And they're going to call a hold.
He wanted to point Carbon's direction, but he thought better of it.
So the ball at the 45-yard line will be marked back to the 35-yard line. And they set the football down at the Wildcat 35-yard line with 20 seconds to go. They will wind the clock, and the clock does start. Richfield without a timeout, maybe one last play, and Richfield's not going to snap it, or will they? Richfield leading here 14-8, and the clock is running. It's down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like
and will they get a pass off here? And I don't think they're going to try and get a playoff. Richfield does not. And that's our halftime score. Richfield leading Carbon by a score of 14-8. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with our new Charter University halftime show. We'll get score updates and get Rich Martin's information.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features a beautiful showroom with brands you know and trust, like Moen, Delta, American Standard, Toto, Aquatic, LK, Growy, and more. They've also got what every farmer needs as a Valley distributor for all your agricultural supplies, from pivots and sprinklers to wheel lines and water troughs. Visit Mountain Land Supply Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield.
Okay, I spoke too soon. There's 1 second to go. Who called the timeout, Rich? Richfield called the timeout. I guess they wanted to get one more play off.
I guess they want to take one shot deep, maybe try the Jackson Thalman pass again.
Well, if they run the ball, Rich, I'm going to get after you here. I would guess Richfield will try and pass it. Carbon, who has been bringing between 6 to 8 players every down, putting pressure on Richfield. And a 50-yard run by Matthew Griffith, a 6-yard touchdown run, aided by a Jackson Thalman. And I don't know how far his reception was for.
Well, I had him for about 30 yards on it.
A 35-yard circus catch, terrific. Now, back to Evan Jerome. Evan throws downfield. He's got a man down there. It's caught!
Yeah,
no,
he couldn't
it's not
quite hang
caught.
on to him. I think that was Mason Allred.
Mason Allred he was on a dead run. The pass from Evan Jerome down around the 20-yard line, and he couldn't have scored anyway.
No, and he was headed out of bounds where the pass was taking him out of bounds. But
what a great play!
Mason still upset that he didn't catch it, but a good attempt just to come down with that one.
Oh, it was fun to watch. Well, our halftime score now is Richfield leading Carbon 14-8, and we'll take a break and come back with the new Charter University halftime show.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, fix, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
AmeriGas Propane is America's #1 propane supplier. Why? Because AmeriGas Propane of Central Utah is the most reliable, safest, and responsive propane service. Your AmeriGas drivers go the extra mile to offer service you can rely on. AmeriGas Propane of Richfield features a local staff that serves you 24/7. Don't put a price on your family safety. Call today, 435-896-5071, 896-5071. It's never too late to save on propane. Lock in your price and ask about their monthly payment program. Go to AmeriGas.com.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still #1. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office.
New Holland's T7 Series tractors from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora deliver more power but lower your operating costs. Talk about a great combination. These 100 to 195 PTO horsepower tractors feature engines with EcoBlue SCR engine technology. They breathe better for more complete combustion and deliver cleaner power, increased torque, and enhanced fuel economy. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora and learn more about the T7 Series tractors from New Holland.
You know that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with high-quality care through advanced technology with a hometown touch. What you may not know about are the wide variety of services that we provide, allowing you to stay close to home. Our on-site specialty services include orthopedics, ENT, general surgery, podiatry, and internal medicine, all available full-time, allowing you to utilize them when it's convenient for you, not just a few days each month. That's Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
Is there anything more beautiful than DQ soft serve? Smooth and creamy, the best kind of chili. Whether alone in a cone or making the sweet foundation for our famous blizzard treats, the DQ soft serve is made to make your taste buds go, whoa, that's good. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper. Take the I-70 exit and bam, you're there. DQ, this is fan food, not fast food. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper.
And Rich Barton, Rick Robinson welcome you back here to Carbon High School. Richfield leads 14-8. It appeared that Richfield was in pretty good shape here in the first half, leading 14-0, and the Dinos come back with a very impressive drive of 65 yards, picking up 3 first downs, and they've tightened the gap in this game. Here on it's the new Charter University halftime show. Rich?
We'll see if that finish of the half with that score pays off with some momentum and confidence for the Dinos the rest of the way. Richfield, some statistics first half. Rushing, they had 14 carries for 78 yards. 50 of those 78 yards came on the opening drive for the Wildcats as Matt Griffin had a 50-yard scoring run. Passing, they were 2 of 5 for 36 yards, the bulk of that coming on Jackson Thalman's reception. The Dinos had 19 carries for 56 yards. They were 5 of 10 passing, 53 yards, 109 yards of total offense, very similar to the 113 yards of total offense for the Wildcats.
Well, it's been a very defensive first half. Carbon's been bringing anywhere from 6 to 8 rushers on every attempt for Richfield. And when they're bringing 8 players, that means there's only 3 people back to prevent the pass. And Richfield has really been bothered by that, as most teams would if you've not passed. And the pass by to Thalman actually opened things up a little bit, Rich.
Yeah, it did prevent them from blitzing every down. And, they're running some risk of giving up the big play for the Wildcats. And, they're taking their chances. But one thing I think could be a factor this second half is which team is able to get the takeaways, with the turnovers.
Some score updates. Altamont beat Rich today. Rich beat Altamont 54-6. Duchesne leading Wayne 21-0. Summit Academy over ALA at halftime 10-0. It's Bear River 12, Judson Memorial 6. Some other scores of interest. We'll get down to the 3A scores. Tonight, none of these games are region games. It's real confusing because Carbon and Richfield are in the same region in all sports but football. And I had people say, well, if Richfield wins, they'll get a region win tonight. And I said, not really.
No, and where the 3A division has a North Division and a South Division, they have a crossover week where teams play each other. And, last year, these two teams hooked up in that, and that's the way it works every year is you play the same team in that crossover game.
Well, Morgan leading North Sanpete 10-7 in the second period. Of course, our score, Richfield 14, Carbon 8. Uinta leading Ogden 7-0, and those are the scores of the games tonight being played. And I know Rich is interested in the baseball scores. We try and keep him updated with that. It's the Royals leading the Astros 4-2 in the top of the seventh. And it's the Blue Jays beat the Rangers today, eliminated Texas as the Blue Jays move on. They'll meet the winner of the Astros and Royals game tonight. And Rich?
Yeah, we like to have the Royals, our Royals behind going into the last inning or two because it usually means we have them right where we want them. But
just want to talk about New Charter University. They have a flat rate per course pricing. It keeps the cost down, and you graduate with no debt. Check us out at New EDU or call 801-883-8336. That's New Charter University. And so we'll take a break. We'll come back with more halftime here in Carbon with the Wildcats leading the Dinos 14-8.
In times like these, a small business has to work smart to make it. CentraCom can help. We've got the business class services you need for less. With the fastest small business internet speeds available today, the reliability of 24-hour network monitoring and superior tech support, and our commitment to grow when you do with scalability that's both fast and flexible on our own fiber optic network. Make the smart choice. Call or visit CentraCom.com today.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Riverstone Contractors is your plumbing source for Sevier County. Riverstone can fix leaking pipes, replace water heaters, fix and replace faucets, disposals, water softeners, and toilets, along with tubs, showers, and grab bars for your bathroom. Riverstone does plumbing for new construction and remodels. They also take care of your heating and air conditioning needs with central air, swamp coolers, gas furnaces, and sheet metal ducts. For the best plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service, call Riverstone Contractors at 435-896-6264. That's 896-6264.
Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for satisfying lots of different appetites. Appetites for hardware, plumbing and building materials, paint, tools, electrical, housewares and small appliances, sporting goods including ammo, lawn and garden, toys and seasonal items, and, well, hey, just stop by the store and check it out for yourself. Oh yeah, while you're in the store, satisfy the biggest hunger of all, the grumbling in your tummy at Munchies. Check it out at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield. Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place, 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
And welcome back here to Carbon High School. Richfield enjoys a 14-8 lead here. Richfield led by a score 14-0. Carbon scored with just 33 seconds to go in the first half. And I want to give a shout out to Mr. Bretzgard there at the Flying J. He took care of us. He says he listens to Richfield football action every game, and he's always extremely nice to me, Rich.
Sends us on our way with a smile on our face at the Maverick, or excuse me, Flying J.
Yeah. And we got to say hi to him. This is been a what you thought? Just a kind of a...
You know, I think for Richfield it was great to have the nice start. It took Carbon a while to get on track offensively, but they finished that last drive, you know, with a lot of confidence on their end, and you know, they definitely took the momentum into the locker room, even though they don't have the advantage on the scoreboard.
Well, just a reminder, our halftime's brought to you by New Charter University. They give you the freedom to study whenever you wish and wherever you wish, and with real degrees for real life. Enroll now at new.edu. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Just new.edu for New Charter University, and you can find out all the details about it.
We'll see if that two-point conversion plays a role in the outcome of this game too, as Maurer looked like he was going to be stopped short, but able to push it through just barely enough on that two-point conversion, and that could decide an outcome here in a close battle also.
Do have a score with Delta and Grantsfield. Who did you pick in that game?
You never asked me that one.
Who do you pick in it?
Where's the game at?
It's in Grantsville.
I'll go with Delta. They've been playing pretty well the last couple
Well, that's
weeks.
a good pick because it's Delta 26, Grantville 6. And that's a score we'll pass along. Rich, if you're Richfield, what do they need to do?
And before I answer that, one thing that's showing up in the standings is that the 3A division that Richfield plays in is the strength of 3A going into the playoffs. But I think Richfield, what they've got to be able to do is come up with an answer for that blitz. You know, if they could get a couple more big plays, they opened the game with a big play with Matt Griffin, but they need to have a few more big plays like they did with the pass play to Jackson Thalman. They almost had another one to finish the half with downfield to Mason Allred, but they need to be able to take advantage, keep that defense honest, and right now the Dino defense is just able to unload every time at Matt Griffin.
Well, you talk about the strength of Richfield's region. Here we have Canyon View, which has been ranked in the top 5 all season long, and Delta, which has been getting just better and better, had a close 2-point loss in Juab, comes and beats Canyon View last week. Now, if North Sanpete, who will be favored, were to beat Canyon View next week, and if Delta beats Richfield, Delta's in, and Canyon View would not even make the playoffs.
Well, and the one thing that's hurt Canyon View is they lost their 2 top offensive weapons, their quarterback and the running back, who Richfield fans will remember had a couple hundred yards rushing against them, and that's really affected Canyon View a lot, losing those 2 players.
Well, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the start of the second half as Richfield will be receiving the football, leading Carbon here at halftime, 14-8. We'll be back.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features a beautiful showroom with brands you know and trust, like Moen, Delta, American Standard, Toto, Aquatic, LK, Growy, and more. They've also got what every farmer needs as a Valley distributor for all your agricultural supplies, from pivots and sprinklers to wheel lines and water troughs. Visit Mountain Land Supply Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
AmeriGas Propane is America's #1 propane supplier. Why? Because AmeriGas Propane of Central Utah is the most reliable, safest, and responsive propane service. Your AmeriGas drivers go the extra mile to offer service you can rely on. AmeriGas Propane of Richfield features a local staff that serves you 24/7. Don't put a price on your family safety. Call today, 435-896-5071, 896-5071. It's never too late to save on propane. Lock in your price and ask about their monthly payment program. Go to AmeriGas.com.
You can do it. Begin your journey and enroll today at the new Charter University, a university with flexible pacing, a flat rate per course, with principles of competency-based education so you benefit from your years of experience, along with a fair and experienced faculty and staff who are ready to help you succeed. So begin your journey. A new day, a new you, New Charter University, with real degrees for real life. Enroll at new.edu or call 801-883-8336.
All right, welcome back here as Carbon's going to kick off to Richfield. It's going to be taken at the 15, out to the 20, the 25, and bringing it out to the 30, the 35-yard line.
Sebastian Wagner retrieved that short kickoff.
And they call him Seabass. He spends a lot of time in my home. What a great guy he is. And I do have a score I wanted to bring up. Richfield leading 14-8 here, but the Lynx beat the Fever tonight. I'll bet you know that's the WNBA.
Minnesota.
Which one's Minnesota?
The Lynx. Indiana Fever.
And what's the other one? I don't know the other one.
Indiana Fever.
I'm impressed. Good job, Rich. Now, quick pass out to Evan Drone. He's got it behind the line. He's out to the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50. It could go. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20. They're not going to catch him. The 10, the 5. Touchdown, Evan Drone.
63-yard run.
Oh,
to open the second half, similar fashion to what they opened this ball game.
And it's almost a clone of the first half. Carbon went into halftime with all the momentum, and Richfield comes out with a 63-yard little swing pass to Evan Drone.
Well, another great play call by Coach Thorson and his staff to open up this second half and gain the momentum back.
Yeah, 63-yard run. I just cannot, but that was just unbelievable. It looked like Evan might be tackled after about a 10 or 15-yard run when he got behind the defender.
Get beyond that initial front.
Now the swing pass out, the throw from Matt Griffith to Evan Drone is good for the 2-point conversion, and Richfield extends their lead to 22-8 over Carbon. We'll be back with the kickoff.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still #1. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office.
New Holland's T7 Series tractors from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora deliver more power but lower your operating costs. Talk about a great combination. These 100 to 195 PTO horsepower tractors feature engines with EcoBlue SCR engine technology. They breathe better for more complete combustion and deliver cleaner power, increased torque, and enhanced fuel economy. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora and learn more about the T7 Series tractors from New Holland.
Well, Richfield has come out, and I'll tell you what, I have liked their enthusiasm. This Richfield team has played well tonight. And now the kick by Evan Drone is going to be taken by Woodhouse. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and brought down out of the 28-yard line. Richfield leading 22-8.
We'll see what the Dinos do here on their opening drive of the third quarter. That last drive of the half, they definitely look the best they have offensively in this game.
Well, the Wildcats, both these teams with one win on the season. Richfield looking to pick up their second win, as is Carbon, obviously. The Wildcats went in at halftime ahead 14-8. First play from scrimmage, 63 yards. Now pass out to Olson. Olson cuts upfield. A nice reception by Logan Olson, and he spins out of bounds after about a 7-yard pickup. Rich?
Jesse Ney with the tackle for the Wildcats. And as this game goes on, the Dinos are definitely looking to go to the air a lot more.
In the first half, the Dinos with 6 first downs, Richfield with 4. Carbon looking at 2nd down and 3. The ball at their own 35-yard line. Rasmussen under center. Double wing formation. The give is in the backfield. And Maurer fights his way for the first down and crosses the 40 out to the 46, maybe 47, maybe even the 48-yard line.
Maurer outweighs just about all of these Wildcat defenders, and it takes about 3 guys to bring him down or route him out of bounds.
So Carbon gets their 7th first down here of the ball game. First here in the second half, and they do mark him down at the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10 Carbon at their own 42-yard line. Rasmussen will send Olson in motion. Pitches back to Olson. He plants and cuts upfield Nathan Olson. And Olson's going to fight his way from the 42 out to the 45-yard line.
Wyatt Peterson there for the Wildcats.
And just a reminder, Jorgensen's Bowling Center with Skeeter Sturmer, the Chamber of Commerce Superstar Employee of the Month today was named by the Chamber. But if you want to get a Christmas party, you want to hurry and get your date set aside as their dates are filling up fast. Just a great time there. The food is just terrific. Bowling games, a lot of fun. And now Olson on the right side as that Logan Olson, and I believe he's got the first down on a sweep on the right side.
Just enough for the first down on that misdirection play. And the Dino passing game has opened up their offensive attack, where they're having more success now on the ground.
So 1st and 10 Carbon on a drive. Started deep in their own territory, right around their own 26-yard line. And again, their double wing formation. They've given a lot of different formations. And the give is on the right side. This time it was Maurer. And Maurer spins his way down for a 5-yard pickup.
Clay Turner was able to trip him up.
That should give him about 6 yards down to the 41-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 4. They have to get to the 37 for the first down.
Want to mention Richfield volleyball beats Juab in 3 games tonight.
That's a big win for Richfield. Now, Carbon again with their very tight double wing formation. They send Chatterton in motion, but they give to, I believe it's Maurer, and Maurer's going to easily pick up the first down, as that's the 3rd first down of this drive for Carbon.
And Richfield, as this game goes on, they're having some difficulty with Maurer, big, strong power back. That's a load to bring down.
And you certainly hope fatigue isn't a factor, but it certainly appears that this Carbon team is wearing Richfield a little bit. They'll send a man in motion, and it's going to go around on the end around to Nathan Olson. He faked the dive.
Flag on the play in the area of holding.
It's right in the center. It is hold.
That'll help Richfield right now.
Interesting tonight, they've called a lot of holds. Most of the time you see blocks in the back. As Carbon had picked up 3 or 4 yards, instead of being 2nd down and 6, he'll be 1st and 20 as they'll move the football back to the 45-yard line. Carbon has to get to the 25 for the 1st down. And now Rasmussen with a wishbone formation this time. They've run that a few times. The pitch is to the wishbone Chatterton on the backside. And Chatterton crosses the 40 for a 5, 6, 7-yard pickup as he's down to the 37, 38-yard line of Richfield.
Jesse Ney on the tackle.
And it will be a 2nd down, and we're going to call that
he gets about 8 of those yards back.
Maybe a short 13, a long 12. And the ball's at the 38-yard line, shotgun formation, and give to Maurer. And Maurer breaks a tackle. He's still rumbling like a bowling ball, running very low to the ground and gets up close to the 1st down, just shy of it. But 3rd down and manageable.
Had a Wildcat defender 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. He just ran him over, and almost another 1st down for the Dinos.
Well, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Mountain Land Supply. Also, AmeriGas in Richfield. And our score update, Richfield 22, Carbon 8. But the Dinos are on the move here. 3rd down and 2. And a give again on a dive play. And no, it's kept by Rasmussen.
Out.
And Rasmussen's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Rasmussen, I thought he gave on a dive. He rolls on the right side and goes 25 yards.
The whole Richfield defense went with Maurer on the dive. Do have maybe a late penalty flag here after the play.
Have to see what the penalty is.
Great.
And the referee didn't know there was a penalty. The guy on the chains is over pointing at his flag, and now the referee goes over. The referee came over and set up to run the try, and the referee on the chain side just points at his flag on the ground. Oh, that was priceless. That was a lot of fun.
If this is against the Dinos here, this could be big as far as...
We'll see if this will be on Richfield or on Carbon. And unsportsmanlike on Richfield.
Okay.
So what that means is Carbon can either take it on the try and move half the distance to the goal line, or they can take it on the kickoff and move 15 yards forward.
Yeah, they'll take
unsportsmanlike.
They'll take it right here as they want that 2-point conversion.
I don't think they're going to take it here. I'm pretty sure they're going to take it on the kick. They have not moved the football.
Okay, well, they're feeling pretty confident that they can punch this one through again.
So 22
14
to 14's our score with 7:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Rasmussen keeps it, throws down. It's going to be incomplete. So Richfield is held. They'll maintain an 8-point lead. And they will pick up 15 yards instead of kicking from their 40. They'll kick at the Richfield's 45-yard line with Richfield leading 22-14. We'll be back.
You know that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with high-quality care through advanced technology with the hometown touch. What you may not know about are the wide variety of services that we provide, allowing you to stay close to home. Our on-site specialty services include orthopedics, ENT, general surgery, podiatry, and internal medicine, all available full-time, allowing you to utilize them when it's convenient for you, not just a few days each month. That's Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
Rich Martin, Rick Robinson, Nate Palmer here doing our production work, keeping us up and running here at Carbon High School, where Richfield appeared to have this game on hand, leading 14-0. Carbon scores right to end the half. Then Richfield comes out, scores on one play, 63 yards. It appears Richfield has all the momentum, and the Dinos come back and put a very impressive drive together and cut the lead to within 8 here, Rich.
And Dinos will kick this from the Richfield 45.
So I think there's still lots of game left in this one. And the Dinos are getting set here. I would anticipate an onside kick. And we're waiting for the official to get across the field. And he'll put his arm up when he's there and ready. And he's smiling because he ran to the wrong side, I think.
Well, it took him a while to get there.
And now the onside kick is going to bounce. And it barely went 10 yards. Richfield let it bounce, and it went 10 yards, and the Dinos come up with it. He signaled it out of bounds.
The Carbon player's feet were out of bounds when he dove back in to recover it. And I think that's the correct call, even though.
Well, I thought you're right, but I looked down at the Dino, and he was across the 35-yard line.
Well, the only problem was the Dino player had come from out of bounds.
And they marked the football right at the 35-yard line. That will add more controversy. Interesting.
Well, they are going to get. They
gave it to Carbon.
They pointed that it was Richfield ball. And I can see why Coach Sorson's not very happy on that.
Well,
I had a good view of the Carbon player that fell on it, and I felt like he came from out of bounds.
Well, Richfield let it go, and it barely at the last minute crossed. It was real close. Now, Rasmussen back to pass, punt fake, throws down to Olsen, and it's incomplete. Had two defenders down there, as down deep was Polson, along with Jesse Ney. And Rich, tonight's ball game is brought to you in part by DP Curtis Trucking, also Zions Bank. Happy to be supporting the Richfield Wildcats. So the Dinos, 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line of Richfield. Richfield leading 22-14, and the Dinos with an easy call there as they give Richfield 5 yards.
Yeah, Fawcett in a little bit of a hurry there. I think that was going to be a pass play to him. A little anxious to start his route.
Boy, what an unbelievable onside kick. It looked like it had no prayer of going 10 yards. And then at the last minute, it jumps to where it's very close, and Rich is correct. Anything could have happened on that. The player could have been out of bounds, but they didn't see it that way, and Carbon gets the recovery.
The official had a tough angle. We, up here in the booth, had a real good view of that.
Rasmussen on the 2nd and 15 gives to Maurer in the backfield, and Maurer is going to be brought down after only a 2 or 3 yard pickup.
It looked like a huge hole there, and give a lot of credit to Austin Biggs tracking him down from behind, stopping what could have been a huge gain.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 12 as they give forward progress to the 37-yard line. The Dinos have to get down to the 25. So it's 3rd down and 12 for Carbon. Maurer, the single setback next to Rasmussen, just to the left of him. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Back to pass, pump fakes to the right. Now goes back to left, throws down, floats the ball up, and it looks like it could be intercepted. It is! And I believe that's Jesse Ney with the interception right around the 15-yard line.
There by Jesse Ney. There were a couple of Dino receivers down there. Jesse timed that perfect, had a good beat on it, and comes up with a crucial interception for the Wildcats with the Dinos threatening again to score.
Richfield leading 22-14, and the Dinos appeared to have all the momentum. They just scored. They recovered an onside kick, and Jesse Ney with an interception down around the 10-yard line. They're actually going to mark him out of bounds at the 12. So now Evan Jerome is the quarterback for Richfield. No, he's not. He was at the side. Evan goes in motion. Matt Griffins with a swing pass out to Evan Jerome. The same play they ran last time to score. Now, on the left side, Evan is fighting his way. He's got 1, maybe 2, 3 yards, depending on the spot, and then he's brought down.
Yeah, he'll end up with, after it's all marked off here, gain of about 4. And that play has been a favored one as this game's gone on. That's just that little swing pass.
Okay, 2nd down and 6 for the Cats. as the ball is marked just at the 16-yard line. And now Matt Griffin goes under center. He was in shotgun formation. Sends a man in motion. Carbon blitzing.
Again.
And this time Richfield has tried to take a hard count to draw the Dinos off sides, and it has worked. The Dinos have been blitzing on every down.
And there's been a number of close calls where they haven't quite jumped, but this will help the Richfield cause here as it makes it 2nd and 2.
So 2nd down and 2. The ball marked to the 21-yard line. And Matt Griffin on a quarterback keeper, and he's not going to get anywhere. He is sandwiched between Maurer.
That quarterback sneak, he had absolutely no room to go anywhere that time. Loses
and a
2 yards on the play.
And it was a quarterback sneak all the way, and he lost a yard back to the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and a short 3 yards to go for the Cats. Matt Griffin goes back in shotgun formation. Has 3 receivers right, and again, Carbon showing a lot of pressure. It appeared they could have been offsides, and cutting up field is going to be very close, maybe just shy of the first
spot
down.
there. It almost looks like he's a yard short.
I don't know how the Carbon right side did not get an offside as they blitzed and stopped. It was very close. And they're going to mark it right at the 22-yard line.
This is really,
and we'll have to see if they bring the change. It's either going to be 4th and short, and they are going to measure. Richfield leading 22-14. Well, let's stay here. If they measure, we will take a break. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Mason Machinery, Eric Mason and staff. Also, Sevier Valley Medical Center, a beautiful facility that is. And they're going to signal what, a 4th down? It's going to be 4th down and very short. I would guess Richfield will go for it this close.
Well, they haven't had a lot of luck up the middle.
Well, now they're going to. Well, they've got Evan Jerome standing back, and now they moved the football to the center of the field. They should have left the football on the side if they were going to measure. Instead, they move it out to the center of the field. Oh, and I don't blame him because the football was barely over the 1 hash mark, and they marked it behind the hash, and they're going to bring out and measure now. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back. As it appears to me, they're going to measure. Well, no, just a second.
Wow, this is.
Boy, they easily could have solved this by just measuring it right from the start. There'd been no secrets on this.
Now they're going to save face and just call it 4th down.
And Coach, Coach Thorson, I don't blame you for saying we deserve a measurement if we want one.
Well, if anybody ever deserved one, it's right here on this. Wow.
So now Richfield will punt. Evan Jerome goes in punting situation with Richfield leading 22-14. And boy, things did not go well for Richfield that time. They moved the football, then it made the measurement a lot different. The snap back to Evan Jerome with a kick up. It's going to be fair caught by Olson right around the 47-yard line. That was Nathan Olson of Richfield.
5:05 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Richfield 22, Carbon 14.
And, the one thing that can cause you problems, I think these officials honestly have done a pretty good job most of the time tonight.
Yeah, Carbon with a couple of breaks ended up being breaks with not calling an offsides and then no measurement there.
No question, both those hurt Richfield. And now with a wishbone formation, the pitch is to Chatterton in the backfield. He breaks a tackle back at the 50, cuts up to the 45, down to the 43-yard line. And Chatterton is a hard runner. I like the way this kid plays football.
Yeah, Richfield can ill afford to have those missed tackles. That time, nearly a tackle for loss, but breaking the tackle results in a gain of 4.
And, you know, honestly, I don't know why you, in a varsity game, when it's fourth and very short, why you would never measure if official wants a measurement. I mean, if a coach does. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Dinos. The ball resting at the 43-line and 44-yard line of
Big
Richfield.
job by the
and now,
Richfield defense. Nice tackle by Wyatt Peterson. Be a loss of a yard.
And now there's getting lippiness between Wyatt and Logan Olson. They're both going bumping chest to chest. You can see they were jawing at each other. And this game is getting real chirpy between these two teams. It's a lot of fun. It's been an entertaining game. Both Carbon and Richfield have laid it on the line. And this Dino team.
3rd and 7 here, this 4-down territory with the ball on the Richfield 45.
This Dino team, when it appears they've been dead in the water, have come back. Right now, Richfield leading 22-14. Dinos with a 3rd down, and we're calling it 8 at the 45-yard line of Richfield. It's going to be Olson. He cuts on the right side. He's brought down, and the spot will be everything here. I believe he's short.
Yard. 4th and 1, going to be a big play here.
And I would guess that that Carbon will go for it here.
Yeah, only about a half yard short.
So it's going to be 4th down and 1 here, Rich.
Well, with that size on that line, Carbon has a good shot at just going straight up the middle.
And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and I believe they have it.
Yeah,
as Dairy Queen in Elsinore brings you this game. It's going to be close.
It wasn't an favorable spot that time, but they do signal 1st down.
Well, I think Coach Thorson deserves a measurement as close as it is. It is very close. And
I think they'll measure this one.
I think they are going to measure it. I'm not so sure it's a given 1st down. It's going to be very close. We're going to take well, let's stay right here, Rich. It is close. And the last time they wouldn't measure. This time they signaled a 1st down. And Coach Thorson got his measurement. We'll have to see.
I think they'll have just enough to get this.
It's very close. They didn't make it.
Wow.
See, they had signaled a 1st down. They were not going to measure, and it is not a 1st down. That's why you've got to measure when a coach wants to measure.
Well, and unfortunately, this time they didn't move the football anywhere.
No, they did not move the football. Last time they moved the football. And see, Coach Thorson's now going to come out and give the official a little bit of talking there. But
well, big defensive stop.
That was a big
Wildcats.
defensive stop. Richfield retains their lead 22-14 in what's been an entertaining ball game here. Wild here. There's still lots of football left, though, with 2:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. This game is brought to you in part by CentraCom Channel 10. Of course, it's been live on CentraCom tonight, also on KSVC Radio. The give to Evan Jerome on the left side. And Evan fights his way out to the 45-yard line for about a 7-8 yard pickup.
Nice carry. Had a couple of Dinos piled on. Carried those for a few extra yards. Bring up 2nd and about 2, long 2, maybe 3.
So it's going to be 2nd down and a long 2 for Richfield. The ball at their own 46-yard line.
We've got 2:22 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Richfield 22, Carbon 14.
And now shotgun formation for Matt Griffin. Carbon blitzing. The give is to Evan Jerome on the left side, and Evans got the 1st down. He crosses into Dino territory at the 49-yard line.
5-yard gain for Jerome as he limps to the sidelines.
And what's interesting about that is that's Richfield's first down here in the 2nd half, only their 5th of the ball game.
You know, with Jackson Thalman split wide, he has a good 7 inches on the nearest defensive back. It wouldn't be a bad idea at some point to take another deep shot.
And Jackson with one of the incredible catches, a 30-yard catch in this game. Matt Griffith with a quarterback sweep, trying to get around the side. He's across the 50, and he crosses down inside, well, close to the 45-yard line.
Unable to turn the corner there, Peyton Fawcett.
And now a flag on the sideline.
Hit on Matt Griffin, I I believe.
You thought Matt he did? I thought he got hit late.
Yeah, that's what I said. Late hit that the Dino got Matt Griffin.
Yeah. And I thought I knew what you meant. You said a late hit on Matt Griffin, but you meant he was hit late.
Right.
Unsportsmanlike on the Dinos.
This will move it much deeper into Dino territory.
And that's going to be the 6th first down of this ball game for Richfield. That's only they only had 4 in the first half. What's interesting is Carbon has 9 first downs. They have more than Richfield.
Well, Richfield 22 points mainly on 3 big plays, 2 long touchdown runs, one by Matt Griffin, 50 yards, 27-yard one by Evan Jerome, and then another touchdown set up by 35-yard pass completion to Jackson Thalman.
Matt Griffith now in shotgun formation, standing around his own 37-yard line. He'll send 2 receivers to the right.
32-yard line.
Well, he was standing at the 37. The ball's at the 32. And now the give is to Evan Jerome. So you were right. You thought I meant the football was there. And I was meaning he was standing there.
No running room to the outside that time for Jerome. He's going to actually lose about 3 yards on the play.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 13 as they move it back to the 35-yard line. And clock does run, 1:19, 1:18 to go here in the third quarter. Richfield leading 22-14 in a game that's had a lot of twists and turns. Just when it appears Richfield has momentum, the Dinos have come back with impressive drives. And now the Wildcats on the move with the ball, trying to extend their lead. Matt Griffin's with a pitch in the backfield and coming up.
Give Mason Allred a lot of credit there. He prevented a tackle for a loss by just kind of lighting up a Dino defender, putting him on the ground.
And Louie was the ball carrier on the end around. And just pitch back to Louie. He gets back, picks up 1 yard. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12. As the ball is moved from the 35 down to the 34-yard line on that carry. So now Griffith is taking his time, getting signals. I believe Richfield's going to have to take one play. Now the back judge is starting to count, and Richfield will take timeout.
With 11 seconds to go in the third quarter.
3rd and 12 for the Wildcats at the Dino 34-yard line. We'll take a break with Richfield leading 22-14. We'll be back.
Is there anything more beautiful than DQ soft serve? Smooth and creamy, the best kind of chili. Whether alone in a cone or making the sweet foundation for our famous blizzard treats, the DQ soft serve is made to make your taste buds go, whoa, that's good. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper. Take the I-70 exit and bam, you're there. DQ, this is fan food, not fast food. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper.
Okay, welcome back here to Carbon High School in Price, where we've had a very entertaining game between Carbon and Richfield. Richfield leading 22-14. The Cats are at the Carbon 34-yard line with a 3rd down and 12. Rich?
Well, we've seen a lot more penalties as this game's gone on, and right now Richfield in need of a big play with 3rd and 12 as they have it on the Carbon end of the field.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jones & DeMille Engineering, also Riverstone Contractors, supporting the Richfield Wildcats. Matt Griffith sends Evan Jerome in motion. In shotgun formation, wanting to pass, cuts up, plants, throws downfield. He's got Evan Jerome. He's all alone at the 5, touchdown on a perfectly thrown pass by Matt Griffith. Evan Jerome caught it on a dead run at the 5-yard line, and Richfield gets a 34-yard touchdown pass.
Perfect pass. Great route by Jerome, getting beyond the nearest defender, and that'll put Richfield with a little more breathing room going into this fourth quarter.
And that was just a terrific pass by Matt Griffith, by far the best pass he's thrown all night tonight. Evan Jerome was on a dead run. When he broke free of the defender, he just had to keep running. And Evan with a nice catch. And Evans having a terrific game tonight.
Giving him a good lift coming back from injury.
Snap is too high. And Evan Jerome's going to look to pass, and he's looking to pass. He's knocked out of bounds, and Richfield will not get the try. And the lead is 28-14 for Richfield. We'll come back with 2 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Richfield with the kick.
In times like these, a small business has to work smart to make it. CentraCom can help. We've got the business class services you need for less. With the fastest small business internet speeds available today, the reliability of 24-hour network monitoring and superior tech support, and our commitment to grow when you do with scalability that's both fast and flexible on our own fiber optic network. Make the smart choice. Call or visit CentraCom.com today.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
All right, welcome back here to Carbon High School, where Richfield has just scored with 2 seconds to go in the third quarter, leading 28-14. The kick is going to be taken by the Dinos at the 5, out to the 10, the 15, the 20, and brought down outside the 25, right around the 30-yard line.
Austin Biggs with the tackle.
It's a 29-yard line, and that's where 28-yard line. That's where the Dinos will take over as the third quarter comes to a close here at Carbon High School. It's Richfield 28, Carbon 14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti, they're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesanddemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Riverstone Contractors is your plumbing source for Sevier County. Riverstone can fix leaking pipes, replace water heaters, fix and replace faucets, disposals, water softeners, and toilets, along with tubs, showers, and grab bars for your bathroom. Riverstone does plumbing for new construction and remodels. They also take care of your heating and air conditioning needs with central air, swamp coolers, gas furnaces, and sheet metal ducts. For the best plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service, call Riverstone Contractors at 435-896-6264. That's 896-6264.
And 1st and 10 for the Dinos from their own 29-yard line. Rich Barton, Rick Robinson. Hope you're enjoying high school football action. The pass is out and caught by the Dinos as they pick up a first down. That was Olson.
Yeah, gain
Logan
of
Olson.
17 on that reception.
And the Dinos get now they get their 10th first down here at this ball game.
Got a score, Morgan 24, North Sanpete 14 into the third. Also a third quarter score, Union 34, Juab 27.
Now that's a shocker to me.
Halftime Delta 41, Grantsville 6.
Now the handoff in the backfield. Flags come flying from the umpire. Generally that's been in a holding territory tonight. As the ball carrier that time was Maurer. And it's going to be holding on the Dinos. And that's going to be about the 6th or 7th hold we've had in this ball game tonight, Rich.
Yeah, we went the first quarter without a penalty on either team, but as the game's gone on, we've seen a lot more flags. That one, positive outcome for the Wildcats, moving the Dinos back to their own 36.
So it's going to be first down, and we'll call it 19.
Dinos
maybe
usually,
18.
when they have a little success, they run a lot of clock off. That could be their Wildcats' advantage.
Pass is thrown out and intended for the big guy, Peyton Fawcett.
And Wildcats have had a concentrated effort to have two guys close to Fawcett. The big tight end had some early success but they've kept him in check.
And this Fawcett's a big guy, but he is not the same Fawcett that plays basketball, Rich.
No, they're both pretty good-sized kids.
Yes, but
this one,
they're not the same players.
This one, a legitimate college prospect at his tight end position, 6'7", 235.
So now Rasmussen rolling out to his right, rolling on the second down and long, throws, and it's caught by Fawcett right back to the original line of scrimmage around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we'll bring up a third and actually 11. Well, no, they're going to put that right at the down marker, 3rd and 10.
See, that was the one problem you had after they moved the football. They did when on that one where they didn't mark it, is they did put it at the feet of where they had the mark, and then when they took it into the hash, they moved it back behind the hash mark. And they couldn't very well move the football when they weren't going to measure.
Yeah, Richfield needing a big defensive stop here on 3rd and 10.
So the Dinos with the double wing formation. Single setback is Maurer. And is Chatterton with the handoff. Chatterton trying to get wide, and he cuts upfield. He's hit as he's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards, well short of the first down.
Nice job by Jesse Ney coming and tripping him up. Chatterton looked like he wanted to go inside. They forced him outside, couldn't get around Ney. This will bring up a 4th and 6.
As the Dinos, I think they're going to go for it.
Down a couple scores. They feel like they have to, as they haven't really scored via the big play in this game. 10:53 to go.
So now 4th down and 7. And I believe Carbon's going to take timeout. They are. Timeout. The Dinos with a big play here in the game. Richfield leading by a score 28-14. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Larson's Ace Hardware is your helpful place for satisfying lots of different appetites. Appetites for hardware, plumbing and building materials, paint, tools, electrical, housewares and small appliances, sporting goods including ammo, lawn and garden, toys and seasonal items, and, well, hey, just stop by the store and check it out for yourself. Oh yeah, while you're in the store, satisfy the biggest hunger of all, the grumbling in your tummy at Munchies. Check it out at Larson's Ace Hardware, the helpful place in Richfield.
Okay, welcome back here to Carbon High School. Richfield with a lead of 28-14 with 10:42 to go in our football game. And tonight's game is brought to you in part by Jones & DeMille Engineering, also Riverstone Contractors, supporting the Richfield Wildcats.
4th and 6, 10:42 to go in this game. Richfield 28.
And I'm going to call that a long 6, Rich. 4th and a long 6. Shotgun formation. Here's Rasmussen rolling out to his right, rolling out, throws downfield, and is intended.
Nice defense by Mason Allred, and that one's going to come up short looking
for Fawcett.
Yep. Big stop for the Wildcat defense.
So Richfield will take over in Carbon territory at the 48-yard line. And honestly, I don't blame Carbon for going for it at that situation.
No, you know, it's taken this offense for Carbon a lot of time of possession to get the couple of scores they have. And, you know, if Richfield can chip away at this clock and put together a sustainable drive or two, they could make it difficult for the Dinos to overcome the 2-touchdown advantage.
Matt Griffith under center, does a quick pitch out to Evan Jerome. The block springs him out. They're going to call a hold or a block in the back. And, oh, that was right in front of all of us. I thought that was pretty clean, and they did call a hold.
Yeah, it would have been a loss of a couple, but with it, going to tack on some additional yards.
And they have called 7 or 8 holds. I haven't seen most of them, what they've called, but that one was right in front of us. The back came around. It did spring him.
But they sure like that hold penalty as opposed to the offsides.
And it is a spot foul, so it's moved back. Wow. It was 10 yards behind the original line, well, only 8 yards, and they go 10 yards from then. So it ends up being like it ends up being an 18-yard penalty So it's going to be 1st and 28 yards to go for Richfield.
At their own 35.
That's a big,
they have to get to the Carbon 37.
Well, 47.
Or 37.
37. You're right. I was looking at the wrong one. 37.
A lot of running room for Matt Griffin.
He cuts across the 40, the 45, up to the 50, and brought out of bounds as he picks up nearly 15 yards.
Yeah, nice job by Griffin tucking his head. Wasn't going to have a receiver, but he had a lot of daylight and gets a good. Actually, they called him out of bounds a little further on the Richfield end of the field. But
yeah, they called him out right around the 48-yard line.
Bring up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, the one good thing with all that yardage they had to make up, they did get to replay the down. Matt with a nice pickup.
Unfortunately, they drove him out of bounds, so the clock stopped.
And Matt Griffith, shotgun formation. Single setback. We'll have to see. It doesn't look like Evan next to him. That's who it's been most of the night. And now a whistle blows.
Procedure.
And that's Jake Luke, who's right next to Matt Griffin. They'll have a false start on Richfield. And that's going to cost Richfield 5 yards. They already have a holding call on this drive, and now they have a false start.
Plaguing them on this drive and really preventing them also from running much clock.
The ball's at the 43-yard line, so it's going to be back 2nd down and about 20. Matt Griffith in shotgun formation. Sends a man in motion. And it's going to be a quarterback sweep as Matt Griffith tried to cut upfield.
Yeah,
another flag. And I'm sure it's going to be a hold. I did not see that one looking. And a block below the waist. So they called a block below the waist. Didn't see it, but it was right out in front of the referee, and he didn't hesitate. It's going to be the 3rd penalty on the 4th play of this drive that Richfield has run. And Carbon's going to decline it, and he'll bring up 3rd down and long. Boy, Carbon gave up 15 yards on that. I'm surprised.
Too.
That's a 15-yard penalty, even though Richfield gets to redo it. That would have moved it way back. But the Dinos need the football more than they need yardage.
Yeah.
With 10-10 to go. Richfield leading 28-14. Matt Griffith rolling out to the right. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got room. He's at 50. Down to the 45. He's going to be short of the 1st down, but back into very manageable.
Well, this is a very manageable 3rd and about.
Well, I think it's actually 4th. I don't think they turned the down marker over. I think they left it at 2nd down.
That's right. It should have been loss of down because they declined the penalty. So
and he's moved it to 1st down. I think it's actually 4th down.
Should be 4th and.
I tell you, this is really wild here.
4th and
I think
7.
it's 4th down.
4th and 7, and Evan Jerome in.
And he moved it to 3rd down. Richfield's going to get an extra down out of this because Carbon declined the penalty. There goes the 4th.
Okay. 4th and 7.
Well, we need to pay that guy.
Richfield going to go for it on 4th and 7. I thought
4th and 7 from the 45-yard line. And Matt Griffin going out to the right, being pressured, throws, has it downfield. Evan Jerome. Was it Evan Jerome?
Yeah,
no.
Evan.
That wasn't Evan.
Might have been out of bounds, but just kind of timed his
I thought
jump.
that was Seabass.
Yeah, that's Seabass. Timed his jump a little bit too early for that ball. Ball, again, nicely thrown by Griffin. When he's had time to throw, he has been right on the money.
Right at the 10-yard line. And I'll tell you, you don't want to leave this game early because anything can happen. We've had all sorts of things happen in this one.
9:02 to go. Richfield ahead by 2 scores, 28-14.
Yep. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Larson's Ace Hardware, also Barney Trucking. We appreciate their support, allowing us to bring you Richfield Wildcat football on CentraCom Channel 10 and KSVC 980. Rich and I are happy to be bringing you a simulcast. Nate Palmer doing our production work for us. Now, back to pass. Pump fake by Rasmussen. Plants wants to throw. Now he does throw downfield. It's going to be out of bounds. Olsen went over on the track. He was on the track when he came up with that. I'll tell you, it would have been, in a track meet, that would have been great.
Yeah, good pressure by the Wildcat defenders. They had Rasmussen running for his life. Trent Utley forcing him to throw that one on the run.
2nd and 10 for the Dinos from their own 45-yard line. And now Rasmussen will come under center as Carbon goes back to a double wing formation. They send a man in motion, and they give the handoff on a dive play. Carbon actually could have been called for a penalty there. I don't know if you noticed it. They had a guy going down as they sent a guy in motion. They had 2 guys in motion that time.
They'll give him 5 yards on to carry up the middle.
And they move it to the 50-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Clock running, 8:28 to go.
28-14. The Dinos go back to their double wing formation. Generally, this has been a dive play to Maurer. And it's going to be a pitch to Olson. Olson plants and cuts upfield. I think he's got the first down. The ball's on the ground. A flag comes flying from the back judge.
And I think Richfield got it just before it went out of bounds.
And I think Richfield's recovered. We have a flag from the back judge, so anything can happen here.
The Carbon players coming.
I would guess it's going to be
coming
Richfield
off the field, so it's a big turnover for the Wildcats right here with 8:09 to go in this
Olson
game.
had the first down, and the official's not going to. No, it wasn't a flag. It was a beanbag. That's what the back judge threw. It was a beanbag to mark that there was a fumble.
Yeah, if Richfield can avoid the penalty here and get somewhat of a ground attack going to take some time off.
So leading 28-14, the Cats with a 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. And Matt Griffith wanting to go up the middle, and Carbon is not going to give an inch there. They're going to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Dinos with very tough defense.
Peyton Fawcett there stopping Griffin up the middle. Be right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Richfield came in, according to Perry's Power Guide, over a 7-point favorite. And the Dinos with the overall lead in the series. Richfield has won the 4 in a row and trying to extend it to their 5th win. I believe that's what you said in the pregame. And Matt Griffith now hands to Evan Jerome in the backfield, and Jerome is brought down the second he took the handoff. He's going to lose a couple yards.
Yeah, great pursuit there into the backfield by the Dino defense. Going to be a loss of probably a yard and a half.
Well, I'll take your 2. It's a short 2.
Content to take some time off the clock here with this 3rd and 12.
Game brought to you in part by Sunrise Engineering, making the things you do every day better. Every day, Sunrise Engineering. You want to join us for a post-game show? And now Carbon jumps. Richfield lineman goes up. We'll have to see who they rule against.
Carbon saying it's on Richfield.
And I think it is on Richfield. And the official stops the clock. And Carbon jumped, but they did not go off sides. And the Richfield right tackle came up.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 17.
So Richfield, which had some things going, have been plagued by penalties the last 2 possessions.
They've had running, but
they've actually had 4 penalties on 5 plays they've run, or 6 plays. And now they'll start the clock on a 3rd down, and we'll call it 15. Carbon showing blitz. They are bringing him. And throw over the middle. It's going to be caught by Trent Utley. He's at the 35, breaks a tackle, the 40,
right
the 45, and has a first down, and a late flag for the back judge.
I think it might have been a face mask, too. And
that's what it is.
Trent had the first down by nose. Big play on 3rd and long.
And I saw the back judge signal the face mask, and 2 said, did I do it? And I saw him point at him.
Yeah, great job there by the Wildcats keeping this play alive.
And the question will it be 15 or 5, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 5-yard face mask. Face mask on Carbon. The back judge signaled the hand came across the face mask. And they'll move it 5 yards. Well, the last 5 penalties were on Richfield, and Richfield says, thank you. We're glad it's not on us this time. As Richfield gets a first down on this play.
I'll give Utley a lot of credit there as he
could have gone down early.
He broke a tackle in route to get that first down.
And that's going to be Richfield's 7th first down of this ball game. They 3rd here in the second half. Carbon with 10 first downs. So Carbon actually with more first downs, but Richfield with the big plays in the lead at 28-14. With 6:16 to go in the ball game. Matt Griffith, shotgun formation. Now gives to Evan Jerome up the middle, and Evan breaks a tackle at the line. He's still going. He's across the 47, down to the 45 for a 5. Now maybe a 6-yard pickup, and that was sure determination by Evan Jerome.
Yeah, a lot of effort there to gain 6 yards, and I felt like at the end of that they could have called another face mask on Carbon. And a good thing for the Wildcats, that clock continues to run, 5:45.
Well, I was watching on replay on CentraCom. That's the beauty of this, and there was clearly a little face mask there, Rich. And so now it's going to be second down and 4. The ball at the 44-yard line. Carbon showing a blitz. They are bringing it. And it's going to be Matt Griffith on the sweep over the right side. Griffin spinning. Now a flag's going to be thrown, and another flag thrown. As they're going to call, I'm sure, another hold, because that's just the situation. And one of the changes this year is every flag you put in, you have to put the time, you have to put the official that threw it, and you have to put what they threw. And I'll tell you what, I've done that before. And I think of the game I did, I had 12 penalties, and it took me 40 minutes to put in the penalties. These guys are going to be 2 hours putting in the penalties here.
And one thing to give the Wildcats a lot of credit in this game is they have not turned the ball over. They've done a great job at taking care of the ball. You know, penalties have hurt them this half. But
what do you mean? The last 2 possessions, they've only had 7 penalties. Yeah. Of course, they haven't all been taken, Rich.
No. This is going to be a second and 14.
And one of the face masks we did see on the replay. You and I could see it from here. They did not see that. And they move it back to the Richfield 46-yard line. So it's going to be second down 15. And the snap now, I believe we got another penalty, delay a game on Richfield. And that's the 8th penalty the last 2 times Richfield's had the ball. Now, that one's easy to call. Yeah. The back judge is counting. You don't get it off. And in a game that's 28-14, and the last 4:48 of this game is going at a turtle's pace at this point.
We had one of the quickest halves, the first half.
This is not one of the quickest halves
second
here.
Half has been a marathon on a school night for the Richfield Wildcat kids.
Oh, speaking like an administrator there. That's an administrator.
Sideline warning on the Wildcats.
That's the 9th penalty the last 2 possessions. A sideline warning, and let's see if it cost him yards. I'll tell you, the fun of this game is just is the penalties.
Coaching staff not very happy right now with this crew, and justifiably so.
So now it's going to be a second down. Let's see, second down at 20. The ball resting just outside the 40-yard line, between the 40 and 41.
Come up with a big player to keep this drive alive with 4:28 to go in this game.
Now Carbon bringing the blitz. They're bringing 7 players. Matthew coming. Throws downfield, has a man. It was Trent Utley, but overthrown down at the 30-yard line. I thought I saw another flag, and I looked up, and it was just someone throwing a
string or something.
Yeah, a streamer. I thought for sure I'd seen flag number 10 in the last 2 possessions.
Kind of surprised when we don't see one at this juncture. Third and 20, 4:21 to play. Richfield 28, Carbon 14.
Game is brought to you in part by Jorgensen's Lanes Herd Place, also by Snow College, New Charter University, and Sunrise Engineering. Join us for our post-game show where Sunrise Engineering will give you all the score updates and recap this game, or give Rich's comments. Now, Matt Griffin, back to pass, plants, throws downfield, has a man, it's Jackson Tholman, but it's overthrown down around the 30-yard line. Tholman kind of spun around. He went one way, and the ball went the other way.
Jackson had been able to get beyond the deepest defender, but
and we have another penalty. Honestly, with Carbon's 2 penalties, that's 12 penalties. The lacks 2 possessions. And Richfield will get to replay the 3rd down. And we'll have to see. I think he just signaled a 5-yard face mask. And they signaled a face mask. A 5-yard face mask.
4th and 15. Or excuse me.
Yeah, it's 4th and 15.
4th and 15.
You're spot on there,
okay.
Rich. I tell you, I'm not correcting you. I'll be in trouble.
No, 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
Yeah. I thought that he tried to put 4th down. He tried to take away a down now. Last time he gave Richfield a down. This time he was taking it away.
Guess it all evens out.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 15. Richfield's slow to get a player on the field. 4:15 to go. Clock is stopped. And honestly, I'm not sure. The penalty, I'm not sure why it was incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was incomplete on the throw to.
So 28-14. And now Richfield will take timeout. Timeout. We still have 4:15 to go in the game. Richfield leading 28-14. The Cats are looking at 3rd down, 15 from their own 45-yard line when we come back.
Every night's like family night at Jorgensen Bowling Center in Herb's Place. When you want the best burger in town, you'll find it at Herb's Place. Got a birthday or special event? You'll find the facilities at Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place. If you want arcade games, you'll find them at Jorgensen Bowling Center. If you want a light show and cosmic bowling, hey, you'll find it at Jorgensen Bowling Center. Your family deserves the best. Your family or event is special to Jorgensen Bowling Center and Herb's Place, 980 South Coveview Road, Richfield.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
3rd down, 15. Richfield will send 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Matt Griffin is being pressured. And that time I thought they throw it downfield. That time I thought they could have called a hold if they wanted to. There was no hold called.
Looking for Mason Allred. He was on the opposite side of those 4 receivers split to the right, but overthrew Mason.
So now Richfield's going to bring up 4th down and 14. The Wildcats leading 28-14. 4:10 to go in the ball game. Incomplete pass does stop the clock.
In need of another nice punt by Evan Jerome to give the Dinos a lot of field.
And Evan is hit. They're going to call a flag. And it's either going to be roughing the punter or running into the kicker. And I would guess it's going to be running into the punter. But Evan is down. And I'll tell you what, he is smart. I don't know whether he really got hurt that bad, but he's doing what every kicker is.
I don't think he's trying to show the official that he's hurt right now.
And let's look at the replay if they show the replay here. He got rolled into pretty good. And let's see. And it's going to be, well, they showed running into the kicker. They didn't show roughing the passer. They showed running in the kicker, which is only a 5-yard penalty and not an automatic 1st down. As the kicker's laying on the ground and they're tending to him, they just called running into the kicker. You got to love that. And we'll take a break. We'll be back.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
And Rich Martin, Rick Robinson back here at Carbon High School, where the Richfield kicker, Evan Jerome, got rolled underneath, and they have called running into the kicker. He's still on the field
down,
being attended to, and Richfield's not going to get a first down on this. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
We got a score 41-41 Union Juab, 8 minutes to go. That's thanks to Coach Mark Peterson on that score update.
Well, let's give some scores here. If you got more scores. And Evan Jerome really got bumped underneath. And that's the rule is there so that if you go underneath the feet, and they're going to carry him off the field. And this will not make the Richfield coaches happy. They already have not been pleased with a lot of things.
Well, they have a lot to argue there that that was a lot more than just running into a punter.
And Evan is walked to the sideline with 2 people on his shoulders. And they'll move it to the 50-yard line.
Going to have to bring in a backup punter here.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, as a referee, you look sometimes and see what the damage is done before. And he signaled immediately. Evan was down on the field for over 5 minutes.
Has been in the ear of these officials right now.
And the official
Trent Utley will come in to be the punter.
He's already called a sideline warning on the Richfield team. And if he really didn't like what's happening, he would flag Richfield. Sometimes when you make a call, you're willing to take a little more.
When you make a mistake call, too.
When I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
I did.
So Richfield brings in Trent Utley, and Utley with a nice punt.
Nearly blocked.
And it bounces at the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, 11-yard line. Nice punt for Trent Utley, who has filled in for Evan Jerome earlier this season.
A lot of field for the Dinos to have to go almost 88 yards.
3:50 to go in the football game. There's still time for both these teams. Richfield leading 28-14. The referee will make his way across into Carbon backfield. And shotgun formation for Jorgensen. Now he's going to cut up field. He wanted to pass, I think, and then he's leveled after he picks up 2, maybe 3 yards.
Austin Biggs finishing him off as Clay Turner also there.
We're going to have to give some awards away after this game. The Dairy Queen Player of the Game want to stay with us for our post game. Also, our Jorgensen's Lanes, Herb's Place Player of the Games. We have a couple of those to give away. Well, that'll be on the Sunrise Engineering post game show. Richfield trying to pick up their 2nd win of the season here, leading 28-14. So we get into the final minutes of this football game in Price at Carbon High School.
Austin Biggs
and Carbon's going to take time out here. 3:08 to go in the football game. Richfield leading 28-14. Carbon looking at 3rd down and 7 when we come back.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features a beautiful showroom with brands you know and trust, like Moen, Delta, American Standard, Toto, Aquatic, LK, Growy, and more. They've also got what every farmer needs as a Valley distributor for all your agricultural supplies, from pivots and sprinklers to wheel lines and water troughs. Visit Mountain Land Supply Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
And Carbon is actually 3rd and 4. The ball at the 18-yard line. They have to get to the 22. And Jorgensen wants to pass. And now he goes to left, throws downfield, and almost intercepted, almost caught as Rasmussen threw it down around the 40-yard line, and Olsen almost came down with it.
Jesse Ney there for the Wildcats defensively to prevent that reception. Got a score with North Sanpete Morgan. It's Morgan 31, North Sanpete 21. 6 minutes to go in that game. Juab Union still tied with 5:13 to go in the fourth quarter.
Now Rasmussen back to pass, throws down, and he was hit, and it's going to be incomplete. Just as he let go of it, he was hammered by Clay Turner and Trent Utley.
Jesse Ney nearly came up with the interception.
So Richfield takes over at the Carbon 17-yard line, and really at this point, Richfield does not need points. They just want to run out the clock with 2:55 to go. And it's 28-14, Richfield with the lead. And Richfield led 14-8 at halftime. And in the second half, Richfield's extended that lead to 28-14. And they are at their 18-yard line. And now Richfield will give to, I believe that's Luke, the ball carrier.
Nice carry up the middle to Luke, and he'll gain, looks like about six yards on first down.
And they're going to move it from the 18 down to the 12.
Here's Delta 41, Grantsville 6.
So Delta is going to pick up their second win of the season. And there's going to be timeout on the field. We'll take a short break. We'll be back as Richfield's looking at 2nd down and 4 at the Carbon 12-yard line.
AmeriGas Propane is America's #1 propane supplier. Why? Because AmeriGas Propane of Central Utah is the most reliable, safest, and responsive propane service. Your AmeriGas drivers go the extra mile to offer service you can rely on. AmeriGas Propane of Richfield features a local staff that serves you 24/7. Don't put a price on your family safety. Call today, 435-896-5071, 896-5071. It's never too late to save on propane. Lock in your price and ask about their monthly payment program. Go to AmeriGas.com.
All right, welcome back here to Carbon High School in a game that really zipped along until we had our 13 or 14 penalties over 2 different possessions, and that really slowed this game down to a turtle pace.
Yeah, Richfield should be content here to keep it on the ground as they're threatening in Dino territory at the Dino 13.
And pro set formation for the Wildcats. Split backfield with Matt Griffith between him. Carbon showing a blitz, and it's going to be Luke with the ball. He doesn't want to get out of bounds, and Luke goes out of bounds.
Driven out
just
of bounds.
Well, he's got to stay in bounds there.
Just short of the first down marker. Going to be about a yard short, I believe. Clock stops at 2:38 to go.
So the ball's right, where would you call that, Rich?
Well, I think it's right at the
10?
10. Need to get to the 9.
3rd down and 9 for the, 3rd down and 1 at the Carbon 10-yard line, the Wildcats. Really, Richfield gives it to Luke again, and Luke again hit the backfield, and then he breaks through and gets the first down. And really, he could have been.
Kids on the Carbon defense.
Fawcett had him in the backfield.
And Fawcett both looked like they were going to bring him down for a loss. Great job by Jake Luke earning that first down, make it 1st and goal.
And now Richfield really does not need to do much. This game will run out.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
2:26 to go, Rich.
And Coach Thorson taking plenty of time with the clock running, 2:18.
28-14, Richfield appears to have this game in hand now. That first down really put him in great shape. And again, they give to Luke, and Luke's going to be stacked back at the 9-yard line. But that's really of no consequences. We're under 2 minutes to go, and they're actually going to mark him at the 8-yard line. I believe that's where the official's standing. So it's at the 8-yard line.
Coach Thorson not trying to tack on anything extra, as we saw a few opponents that we played early on in the season.
Yeah,
to
both
the
these teams understand what team's running up the score on you. And now going to be kept by Matt Griffin. Griffin fights his way inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line.
Nice job by Griffin. Sold the defense on the fake handoff, and a lot of running room to the left. Nearly put that one in the end zone.
So it's going to be 3rd down and goal. The ball resting at the 2-yard line. 104, 103. And for both these teams, just hoping to get this game over with. Certainly points are not important. And they give to Luke in the backfield. And Luke is going to be brought down for a loss, which is really no factor. Fawcett brings him down.
Yeah, not much to the outside there, and lost a couple yards. 30 seconds to play.
So Richfield has to snap it one more time. And if I were Richfield, I might even take a delay of game penalty.
15 seconds here on the clock.
And I think that's what Richfield is going to do. They're just going to take a delay of game. No, they call timeout. And there's 9 seconds to go to the ball game. We're going to stay here, Rich. Richfield well on hand with a 28-14 lead. And Richfield certainly in no rush to score. The ball resting at the Carbon 5-yard line. And I believe Carbon plays Union next week, their final game of the season. And Richfield will host Delta for their final game of the season.
Delta team that's really improved drastically the last few weeks.
Yeah, and Delta will come to Richfield needing a win to get in the playoffs, and they'll need North Sanpete to beat Canyon View. And if those two things happen, Delta would make the playoffs. So Richfield will be wanting to do some pride. Richfield, for some reason, has always struggled with Delta. Maybe this will be the year that things go different, Rich. I mean, it's been a strange year.
Well, it can't hurt to get a little confidence tonight, as they've played well, put some points on the scoreboard.
Richfield has looked good tonight. The series where there were all the penalties was kind of an ugly series between the two teams.
Got Union 48, Juab 41. With some time still to play.
Now Richfield with the ball, they're going to pass. They throw down. Oh, and it's incomplete in the end zone.
Looked like that was going to be completed. Was that? No, that was.
Who is it? Number 3.
I have Jaron Hatch listed as number 3.
Yeah.
Ball was in his hands. Defender was able to pop him and hit him at the right time, knocking the ball loose. 4 seconds.
Carbon will take over. So now Carbon will take over at their own 5-yard line. And now Carbon will kneel. And they do, and that's going to bring the game to a close. 28-14 is going to be the final score here. And we do have some awards we want to give away. We're going to take a final short break, and we'll come back with the Sunrise Engineering postgame show.
Hi, I'm Mark Huntsman, Senior Vice President of Sunrise Engineering. I would like to thank all of our loyal clients and employees who have contributed to the success of our company. Sunrise Engineering has been recently recognized nationally in the top 500 engineering firms and as a recipient of the National Client Satisfaction Award 5 years in a row. We are presently expanding at Sunrise and are looking to add engineers, surveyors, and other support staff. To join our team, visit our website or call Sunrise Engineering at 800-560-6151.
At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. It's you. While Zions Bank has offices in 10 western states, you are still number one. From checking and savings to business and personal loans, Zions Bank now offers its customers online banking services. Zions Bank is a leader in providing electronic banking services. If you haven't seen what Zions Bank has to offer you, stop in today. Zions Bank in Richfield, 55 West, 100 North, behind the post office.
New Holland's T7 Series tractors from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora deliver more power but lower your operating costs. Talk about a great combination. These 100 to 195 PTO horsepower tractors feature engines with EcoBlue SCR engine technology. They breathe better for more complete combustion and deliver cleaner power, increased torque, and enhanced fuel economy. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora and learn more about the T7 Series tractors from New Holland.
You know that Sevier Valley Medical Center provides our communities with high-quality care through advanced technology with a hometown touch. What you may not know about are the wide variety of services that we provide, allowing you to stay close to home. Our on-site specialty services include orthopedics, ENT, general surgery, podiatry, and internal medicine, all available full-time, allowing you to utilize them when it's convenient for you, not just a few days each month. That's Intermountain Sevier Valley Medical Center, healing for life.
Is there anything more beautiful than DQ soft serve? Smooth and creamy, the best kind of chili. Whether alone in a cone or making the sweet foundation for our famous blizzard treats, the DQ soft serve is made to make your taste buds go, whoa, that's good. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper. Take the I-70 exit and bam, you're there. DQ, this is fan food, not fast food. Check it out for yourself at the Dairy Queen in Elsinore next to the Sunny Shopper.
In times like these, a small business has to work smart to make it. CentraCom can help. We've got the business class services you need for less. With the fastest small business internet speeds available today, the reliability of 24-hour network monitoring and superior tech support, and our commitment to grow when you do with scalability that's both fast and flexible on our own fiber optic network. Make the smart choice. Call or visit CentraCom.com today.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
And this is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Sunrise Engineering, we live and work close to you. See their office locations at sunrise-eng.com. Sunrise Engineering. And the final score here in Price at Carbon High School, Richfield 28, Carbon 14. The game was very entertaining between these two schools, Rich.
Yeah, a nice job by the Wildcats. We talked about in the pregame. The team that got off to the good start would have the best chance of winning. The Wildcats start now with a 14-0 advantage, able to hold on to that lead throughout this game, winning via the big play.
Yeah, and Carbon, when it appeared Carbon was dead, they came back with a couple big touchdowns. When Richfield led 14-8, Carbon came back. Richfield led 14-0. Carbon came back and scored with 33 seconds to go in the first half, made it 14-8. Then Richfield with a 63-yard kind of swing pass to Evan Jerome, and that made Richfield extend their lead to 22-8, and then Richfield never really looked back on that. Carbon did cut it to 22-14, and Richfield again scored to extend the lead 28-14.
Yeah, and I thought, having Evan Jerome back this week shows what it does for a team to have an extra offensive weapon as both he and Matt Griffin able to score with the big play tonight.
Well, we do have some awards to give away. Just a reminder that our Dairy Queen Defensive Player of the Game, Dairy Queen of Elsinore, is pleased to sponsor the Richfield Player of the Game. Make any occasion special with DQ ice cream at lunchtime. Try one of their 4 DQ $5 lunches. Be sure to try out the Orange Julius products, including smoothies and Arctic Rushes. And make any occasion special, or just chill in and grill in Elsinore. That's the Dairy Queen in Elsinore. And Rich, who's going to be our Dairy Queen player
we went
of the
with
game?
a couple of guys that provided the scoring.
Well, this is just one here, the Dairy Queen.
You want
one.
the Dairy Queen one right now. Went with Clay Turner. We called his number quite often tonight from his defensive end position. He got in their backfield consistently from the beginning of the game throughout, putting a lot of pressure on their quarterback, making it hard for him to have any time to find receivers. And Clay with a nice game tonight.
Okay, just a reminder, our Jorgensen Lanes Herbst Place Players of the Game. We giving away 2 awards tonight. They're excited to sponsor the Wildcat Player of the Game. You can bowl for the whole family. I'm in one of the leagues there. And, of course, Skeeter Sturmer was just barely named the star employee of the month for the Richfield Chamber of Commerce. He does a terrific job. Of course, it's locally owned by Mike and Dennis Jorgensen. And you dine out on delicious food there. You can also set your Christmas party. It's just a ton of fun to go in there. You play the games. You can bowl. The food's terrific. And you want to get a date, though. The dates are going fast. And who's going to be our 2 Jorgensen players of the game?
These 2 both scored with the big play. They also hooked up with one another on one of the scores. Evan Jerome and Matt Griffin both providing some good offensive punch tonight.
Well, I want to thank all our sponsors: Mountain Land Supply, AmeriGas, DP Curtis Trucking, Zions Bank, Mason Machinery, Sevier Valley Medical Center, Dairy Queen, CentraCom Channel 10, Jones DeMille Engineering, Riverstone Contractors, Larson's Ace Hardware, Barney Trucking, of course, Jorgensen Lanes, Herbst Place, Snow College, New Charter University, and Sunrise Engineering, which sponsors this postgame show. Want to thank Nate Palmer for all his great production work tonight. And, Rich, next week you and I will be home, where Richfield will host the Delta Rabbits, as that will be the final game of the season for Richfield. They have been eliminated from postseason contention.
But, playing for pride, and they were playing for pride tonight, and a nice effort by the Wildcats.
And want to thank all those here at Carbon. They have treated us very graciously. We appreciate their help and all the kindness with them. So, again, the final score here in Price at Carbon High School, the Richfield Wildcats 28, the Carbon Dinos 14. And until next week, we bid you good evening.
You've been listening to exciting high school football action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and CentraCom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school football action on CentraCom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.